So Omani Bay ya na efi mi no. Se Omani Bay ya na se mino yabua. Se Omani Bay ya na se mino yedi ye hu hyem na yeta ya catch politicians say de omo ye na nye anaze de omo ye na ye papa. Se anka na tell na ye hu a o power o de mom say omo bedi oso no e na wo to akone sa no. Enti so Omani Bay ya na efi mene wo Ebo bibi achie mo bibi akwaba kese ba Unity Radio 103.9 Anopa Bosuo dwumedie na yahya asie dwuma na nyame be sraen obra ya goya bedin if ofrem meje so ene King Kalusha se ba ni se na anopa sa no ye ma weather report ni ama sports update na fe ya TSC politics ni ho na mpedifo ye mamu akwanya se omun kokota banwa ne so na omtoto Ghana hihye ede yesika sem no eno mamu ye anyeye de em ye koye beka de omo ye anyeye no so ya na ye beka nko so anka eno men koye ni aka nti ye do political and so politics no na aka bi na de abona bibia atumi akonkan nti ye do ona se aka better minister end of the program no you be phone lines now so watch wadwin na me che madwin na bibia ntumi enkonkan ene won sempi eka na sempi ya be kan wadi wa bobo ni se NDC fo ene mo asem na ababetodwa ede na NDC fo aye alan kodo chematin enso ede na no ababeto nsembim ensem na alan kodo chematin eka kwesi prat eso abia na no aka nsem ebafa NDC fo asem na kwesi prat eka enum nsem bebria ebuboba ana piepie mu na ebedi nkomo ebetwe nkomo na ya cheche adwenem edu emra so a yeso ya kacho adase ebie phone lines mato na so ache adwene bibia tumi akonkan na kacho se adwumadi ya yedi yentumi medini kwa ya odwuma ko bia mo so ya sin ma yetumi de Anopa Bosuo ede bia wa fiefie mu ka mu wadwuma mu ene bibia wo bia no na bibia tumi akonkan ma Anochi Chrome Restaurant Asamas Trading, Dan Auto Repairs, Otakwa Bi Scientific Care, and Gold Coast Catering Services and Restaurant, and Dream Africa Market, Paul Amantem Ochedika for 369 Benko Street, Omobutu, Kumasi Market, Anochi Trading, Lemonade Finance, and Aba Sali Homcho, Sajmakwe, and Omasoya Sing, and Mayade, Anopa Bosuo, the Ebom, the DBISC, no, Mako. Ekofa weather report for ene now so upia na wo hu kwan a obefa obehihye ohu na wa bibia tumi akonkan ama cause say want show hu ya awom say that I wanna awom pa wan show hu ya eno betumi ayi enkoye ema nti the weather report so ebebe na bibia tumi akọ enkan ama aha ya Unity Radio eti mamen call entertain no mamen call mfa weather report ni maw ene na bibia ntumi enko nkan maw ene weather report no emu wesa yunu kakra emu de be yunu na expect say yumenu kakra snow beto enti okwa na wesi snow eden ne baomis snow beto ne maximum near 36 degrees Fahrenheit. 36 degrees Fahrenheit. And minimum near 32 degrees Fahrenheit. And whether I don't know, me the Mexican. So qua now P now say I one woman. And I saw quite one say winter moody. But Modiana she show who she less in the bed 4 and 5. Now what could do be say show diwa. Now for where you be. Now they are told so especially because c'est the problem. There's a problem new French in the can no you no be to me akoso it be pacho o kwa no show ho let's be a person show be able to show na be to me akon kan ama na nti whether no 36 maximum and minimum no 32 ene da bibia atumi akọ nkan ebo awia dumienu a yebenya snow showers ene awia dumienu no eno mienu dumienu yebenya snow showers ebeto sa ma na fe edwumre abo nondu no ebo nondu ana nonkro na snow snow nsuo enti de aye ne say ana de snow no beto a eto wi a nsuo anadwumu ho no nonkro anadwu nonkro mo no nsuo ebeto na yetie ya ade be chino na ahohoro snow ni nyina enti ene ebe de amamo no enti anopei okokopim awia no mienu kopim na otwede de snow beto na fe ebo nonkro ekona kopim duba ko na eno snow ato sa na nsuo ato ahohoro snow no na bibia tumi akonkan enti ene weather reporter yede ama onano pem enche yebeko homane so na yenia po national say okode location na bibia wo no ene na atwetwe nkomo baako mienu bi na o my sports update na fiwa na say edi dwumadie no aba be hye so dwumadie menkwa mentumi nye menimi nuanu na yedi dwumadie opo national ya friend do that nim say friend no opoku jamfi ono account bi on the CEO of Unity Radio 103.9 and amia Manucho Magandi tatarita mempem ho asem Worcester Massachusetts ono so obe kan ho na etimi di media abro wa fiefim oka mu enu bebibia wo bia mo wo Lincoln Village one day say there be pama say mo yema say mo koto Alexa ni bi koto Alexa say Alexa play Unity Radio Worcester na bibia tumi akonkan na woso atumi tie no ofie na bibia tumi akonkan memo na mo hwe Facebook live na mo san etie no ade a person mo ye say oba Facebook live na oba o like page in the first na wa comment na wa share like comment and share that is a like LCS like comment and share LCS say Elijah Martina be share you know abbreviation no like comment and share LCS and no to like comment and share and no and the amount more unit more YouTube no so mo YouTube no so na why subscribe it and so bet more like it no I share no I subscribe it na je bibia tumi akonkan ama nti oko YouTube so Unity Radio and na YouTube I can na Unity TV by saying any Unity Radio do call YouTuber na what me I can Unity TV Worcester by say the Unity Radio sa Unity Radio pepe kwa na wa subscribe na no mess ne cost na bibia tumi akonkan Unity Radio enche meko ahoma so na makofa menua opo national na ono so wa my sports update no near the jumedie no ahyehyehye so baka cho say na weather report no Dan Auto Repairs Masadan so repair kai na amount they say 61 Fremont Street can that baby I know want that can baby I know one no but so ko anim kakra na Masadan so o ka bia asebia no o de ba Masadan so a obetumi repair amount address near 61 Fremont Street na Masadan so o kwa bibia betumi from Masadan so 508-335-2667 na Masadan so and your car bibia shock absorbers o brakes routers engine transmission oil change the friends say one person o koye inspection and so betumi aboa checking the car and so betumi aboa na bibia tumi akonkan Unity Radio 103.9 yako kasa afidie no so na enua opo national enfa your sports update no embra na bibia entumi enko nkan na afidie mu se afei Unity Radio de obia asanse aman barasa ye beko opo ho no memfa de 60 ni ma no ayasa ene obe twetwemani so enti opo yabo de 60 na ma na afei ye de media na asanse
best, number one and nothing less. Lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently. I have vision. No.
We standing up for champions. Unity Radio 103.9. Remember, Obibia Chimsam, Obibia Kwaba, Kasiapa Bajumedia Sum, and Chasum, Mamin call Munia Opo National. Opo, Mamache, Emma Kawaba, and Opajumedia.
Lumida, so me jo, so me chat you for you, Yidis
Ubia Huye. Now, also, Busafo, now to say.
Radini Adini, so far so good. No complaints. We can only be grateful for another day.
Na eti ayi sentia bia eti say ese okọ kata na okoba commentary mu hwehwehwam no okoye no eho akoye ode nti osa ko obim na okọ bebi fufuro
mini kata
na so way
me try maybe deceive bia nshasi Anopa maza me okrum ha ya mini kata. You know the reasons in here me my studios say they will feel kakra enyoma aye tight kakra. So family life ninkwalana enyu bia me yesisia wa fi nya available nti wa unim de nti a minjimi master because me David Bawa enyu mo ba kan bom no mic no kwa ntimi nkasa ba kokra so acha say
anyway say me source am good information na
so we yes sauce bia we are self-manufactured sauce. We sauce bia one of us manufacture sauce. We is all go pass sauce bia.
Me sauce dey deceive.
Kata dey be ko kata cry nyanko kata abuse here.
Oh okay. Edi bo what man ko na wada no.
I think I look for pharmacy tuition 1 second. Na memorize is here.
Yo but be show me this here. Me ba cobra.
Best, number one and nothing less. Lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently. I have vision, no, I believe. I know.
Okay, Unity Radio 103.9. I wish you for your mamma chima Mwakaba Ediba Anopa Bosuo so and Anopa so Yadon Copan so my da fofo na yatiasi na Tachemada bo dream na emuja so edi efusani na Ken Kalu unse January 4 year rokopa said okay me January born January 14 adweja me nua ba so January 15 coach January 23rd and another special person also or queen ba kope also dini birthday Linda yeah, in your Alex Nyako, ne who can I found a Linda, and then also birthday January 25th. And the Kinkalu, and then my in your Linda, happy birthday. And Sankrana, near the sports, no, at the Abre here for so only Alex Nyako.
I'm in Alex,
aka Bongo.
There, Bongo.
Bongo out to Choska.
Oh, okay. And then metaka bongo. But then metaka metmaka bongo na to aso 5. Bongo.
Hey, unzunga. Ukambi wa mahio. Azo wa sheda bezo jini panizika nya. Ya sheda nyesa. Aja se. Me say Alex Nyako. Ye nya bema Alex Nyako aka Bongo. Nenye Linda. Sweet Linda, Queen Linda. A birthday ne. What you say?
Obahima
Linda. And then January 4 year roku. Maybe January 14 said I'm kind. So what you say? January 4 year doso. Na yenina jet because we own the Ghana cry our bread. The end say we were destined to come to Abrishi. What I said. Nti Obahima Linda. Ayenya bema Alex Nyako. You ayenya no Queen Linda. And then your birthday. Special birthday to you. Unity Radio so say age gracefully nyame wonhiraw omo onye kese entra nkopem se wala ka se aveli nyame watre masedodo na bibia ye positive in life, anything good in life nyame mfa nhira yi nia ba no man na onye ne kese enti to the Nyako family yama omo etirinkwa se nyame di afe ba ko aka Ohima Linda and so if you to you, Queen Linda, happy birthday to you. You know about Alex Nyako. In himself, by the SSO, because you're Judy, so we need the bongo man. King Kalu, so I ready the Anami passport and Josmount.
Oh, I ready. My crowd.
Okay, Bosuo for Mamuna Chidio Mamwa Baha, Unity Radio 103.9. I good on some Anopa Yabuano Namusofu, Noah Opoku Jensi, aka Opo National, Matesi, Abu Pramaso, Amekom, Namidi Agudi on some Yamabuano, Nano Pay, Eddie Ebrabona, and King Kalu, Yabeko Black Stars, I say. Black Stars Jumedino coaching job no hosem senior AC Ekoso Maxwell Kurodu Ewosem and also the day ever for a branch of friends as Samoa Mensa Jan and okay Ura I friend say Mohammed Polo and also Danchan former commercial Santi Kotoko player I friend say Jan okay no Rasta man Mashadana Maka Jam
Jan
into Jan, Mishada Pawacha, which I will just in Galu, one of food, you know, would is a whistle, because we now quada, what I say, and do more.
Go side into Kona Babimo. And then me face you scale you. It's Okawasema.
Because I'm one jam, and I'm say former Kotoko player jam. Now me person me saw this and pass. Oh yeah, now a sports journalist back home in Ghana. Now one a journal access and pa. We have current sports. We have old. And we Musaki Cat friend. Okay, Musaki Cat.
I am Musaki Cat.
Musaki Cat friend. And one was Opo National. They say they muko sports na go. Omo ya has a concert party no omo ye. And I'm saying that we still we have good sports journalists. I'm Juma. What I say. And we Musa Kika. Me catch us over. Or some in Chairman. What I said. No, I don't know. But King Kalu said that kind you have Black Stars on some any other news. I mean, I have one. I never for. Enoka share amanone ensem bibiri so and also so ekoso and so sanso na Ura friend secretary to Kraku and so on send your countryman so good to you what there no na ye bebom e dey amachi for no mo nemu yam fasida e ma ura down so ni onyam for dan auto repairs yet ni so ani asore uka no problem bi e won bia fabre e was 61 Fremont Street na yen CC mo na di bia ntuni konkan sanso na area seda PSC di more den e dey e ma adwumaku e friend say e Asama Street in 1084 Main Street se ban say open nam and nam bibia oba asamoa unsabeke bina bibia so timia konkan e di amount ye dey say that PSA e dey Lemonade Finance app and they one more romantic yada ni ada sika bi apeso send call eco Ghana no fafa Lemonade so enwa King Kalu me papa bi frale me ntwe fa ni di ntwa ena o ka tell me say Opo National me sra wa Lemonade no bua me na me nya bi na me call Ghana me se me consistency ka me share Lemonade app no so na me nya wie na ma download app no ba na me nya finish sign up process no na me share sika ya dey ma me Ghana for exchange na me share Lemonade app ni mu app ni mu sika no wo so che dey Ghana for kra dey ma me enti wa ro ga dem say that we do osrami o say me bua no tumi download bi se sia me no we ka say Lemonade sa wo sha King Kalu your rate no wo so che obi a 12.59 uko tap ni ade a wo mo 12.11 ne ho anwan Lemonade Finance say basta ye send sika ko Ghana rate no maka chero dada me sisu bi o enya ade obi a beto Lemonade Finance your rate no e high se sia me no ka say ye dia no $1 12.59 tap crown no or 12.37 until we chow the difference is big. Lemonade Finance app call App Store download Lemonade Finance app either App Store or Play Store sign it up name kaisa be issue Opo and your national income OPU as your promo code and our referral code we send you first money $100 now we bring $10 until you use OPO as your referral code ninya $10 free of charge after you send your first transaction. The Lemonade Finance app and a North Chrome restaurant and the Papa fee also so etachi and the agudi some every for and Anopa. Now yes here and the senior national team, the Black Stars also here near and he said former Black Stars skipper Samuel Mensah-Jan, along with 3 other ex-Black Stars players, I share almost thoughts on the coaching role of the Black Stars. Mohamed Polo, Ntojan, and Akwesiapia, Omunina Akasa, Edi Omuso Anu Disem, Edi Ababetu, Akwesiapia, the other day, more or less, no, not the India, local coach, the Antimia, Plano Chema. Na ade anewura wuye pa esan say o hwe say de enyo si kika kona as a Ghana local coaches no ade abroni fan say self confidence no and say that any ho nti obi aso so de nkrata abekọ akodan Ghana Football Association so say GFA coaching vacant job better for Black Stars o mo pay nipa no wo mo ebe apply na no na kwesi apia say ogidie pa say eno nti say de edi kan last week no and no apply. Nana Mohamed Polo, and so Edin Sembia to Jase, already all can Amobia Tiase, say, Befa Obia Manabe coaching Black Stars, currently India, or say a coach, 1, the pedigree was 2, Unim Ghana football, not Ghana football, I say, not only the culture in Ghana, and Untiane, Mohamed Polo, dear, what I say, see a fast any Panubia, and that boy, I'm a Ghana football, no, to me, Ako and kind. Now, what I say, coach who said Sisiano so he said the GFA do a DNC course no omufa ebeboa ebe coach or knowledge about Ghana football very very knowledgeable na and also edia about to Idra and so and no and owura friend say Ntojan and so edene dia ababetuja Ntojan asema oka and say already say Ghana Football Association for be no padia and ka dia oka and say obia or sefata say the adwuma no emma no say see a padia and can no any coach I friend say Chris Houghton watch padia former Brighton and Albion manager I say a coachy Norwich City no or say obia or born homading and another chance to let technical team no na okahoda da into an players no officers ya the Jumadi nation inside obetumi ahwa ye ntotoye ama bibia nso tumi akonkan. We should give the job to Chris Houghton because we need a coach who can manage the players. To me, Chris Houghton and the entire technical team at the moment are the best. We should maintain them than go in for a different coach to handle the Black Stars. And no any and Samoa Ntojan and the Atuja. Now no Samoa Mensah-Jan, former Black Stars captain, and so Eddie Piso. So also you to me say the current crop of coaches are playing now. High profile coaches say my continuity here, Joanne Pobia, Obetumi, Astampony Authority, I'm a Black Stars, Jumadina to me a coach or back there, Hopa, and Elizabeth to me Abua, I'm a Biganso, to me Akoso. Inti Asamoah Ntojan, Kwesiapia, and I feel Mohamed Polo, Omunina, so Edward Arudisem. Ababetuga Eddie Afa Black Stars coaching job Ababedawa enforced by the end of this month, possibly no more my coach for front. Now you can't Black Stars coaching job now be vacant and what's them there. Now and the TN said Ura, I first second to Kakuseri in no on a Ghana Football Association president. Sanso and a country man songo. Obia Oyen Century, Eka would do something said, yeah. Now, I'm say Uko Ghana, and Nipa Bakwa, or critical of the current administration. A country man songo. Now, no, Anna and I'm so Ama Sam George said, Obakaya, Sam George, and so I didn't send you to GFA for coaching job or Omopano, Omo at the coach, I'm betting me Eluso, no more than I own business, and your coach, Papa, no more Pama Ghana. What I said, somebody, Jumano Emma, reference Chris Houghton, woman himself, no, Ababa, Jumani, be on you to add more as all America cra, Omo able to me a clear fanaso, and see some George and somebody to Jano Klimu said. Corrupt GFA appointed Chris Houghton as the next Black Stars coach because the former Newcastle coach is someone they can manipulate. Who is Chris Houghton? We're coaching Newcastle, we're coaching Brighton, we're coaching Norwich. In Napang. Now, known as Sam George, Obakaya, I don't know, never two when him say or say Black Stars are corrupt, GFA corrupt. Now, almost a coach, I'm manipulating and told me that Chris Houghton. And known a countryman Songun, so some say, just a quarter of the Bojo, and said, yes, no uncle. Nina says, so no countryman songu. Why a rasta? Okaso Jana show and Ashono. Or no, the cockans are same with ya. Anka Keto Kraku, Adia Conan and Penny for, and Goma sorry say, Omo no air court. Now, a coba say, a reference, some netty George, some Georgia, or yet. NDC mashebe joni e de man go pram NBA na no ka say GF ni ya corrupt nti no makofa eye create instead of betima manipulating no there and they wo maka wo anu atum nti countryman song go say GF enye corrupt or there owura friend secretary ukra ku say offer some judge enko court e say onu countryman song go na kokan ya kamo se mo de no edru court eno any challenger and a countryman song through the current Ghana Football Association administration. Over a first Maswa Kuledu and so a former Kumasi Asante Kotoko player coach. Akoye Juma Ama Black Stars. Asan Juma Ama local Black Stars. A modern more Ghana football money there will be to me in film. Now say amino I can say who could Ghana Premier League aya bonwa. Legon cities. One more head coach and no. Now or the same other two guys are content with what he has and will not be found asking player for money. What I say, I have never taken money from any player. In some degree, also say, they are Ghana coaches, no. And some on best selected players, crime or more ball, league money, I don't know. Players need to be coaches need to be players, no Hosika, and some or more are selected. And I say, the more call Black Stars there, and you're not saying cry. And there are rumors and allegations, they say, Black Stars and Sunday best for pass Brabe Bobino. Na idea coaches no edge Jessica Eddie through ho. Na no ana utumi echo a Peace FM na organti interview. Ana wodi ensemo etuja say ono nya dia wa Jessica play bia hoda. Na de nyame na bedu abrabom tamale boy no ono na ni so ye pa tinya dia ono okobi seske bia. The opportunity I got that Akwesi gave me. I didn't go begging any player that give me to give me 1 city or 2 cities. We are not so rich, but we respect ourselves because the level they are playing, we have also played there before. So this is not the time to go to a player to beg. The players, I don't know. The players, I don't know where they live in Accra. We need somebody to your Black Stars players. Say Samuel Jan, say Kuja Samuel, say why baby Omote on Krano, or no Masokrudu, and Yadia Unimo. The last time I went to the day, all these years, the last time I went to the day is recently. He came home and made one of his guy to call me and he told me I should come and look at where he stays and also converse. I have been to his house once. I don't know where the players live in Accra. I live a private life. This makes a lot of players respect you. Ntimasokro they say coach is there. Omujiji sika o players wa ono masokro de enyi nimfrim. Na Black Stars players ni na de onim ni fie eye de ayu. Eno kra no the day are you no ana eton safra no share that ka say osena ni nua panyin no nti omra no me help bia ote ana okoye ekokko help bia ote a e ma odi hu bia de ete no kwa no wakọ ho ba ko pe onko ho bio eno nti so bi tena bia ka say Black Stars coaches Jijiska e bia na o de oka e bia wo hu o mo Jijiska na mum se ono coach a friend Samuel Sokrodu pa waji player this kapa de lalai enya de awayebi eno ene ensama ene Maxwell Kuledu former Black Stars coach now Legon City coach and so ede ababetu edwa Kinkalusha Sabakaya enra yede ensembi by ewa gudie breso a ye kan say Asamoah Mensah former Black Stars captain all but that the job Don Bote abaso efa Don Bote ni generosity ene ni yem a eye na eno ene ne ameno I ka say Don Bote enso ababonte di nsendi ababetu dwa na sma oka ene se nyame anim ni odi aseda kese pa ede ema Asamoah Mensah or say thanks for honoring me while I am alive. Don Bote tells Asamoah Gyan. Now Accra House of Folk legend Bernard Diop Daddy Don Bote has heaped praises on former Black Stars keeper Asamoah Gyan for a recent heartfelt testimony Gyan shared about him. Gyan shared a touching testimony of how Don Bote gifted him a bundle of cash when he had nothing. Don Bote, who chanced upon the interview, expressed his appreciation to the Black Stars top scorer for not forgetting such a fond memory. At Asamoah Gyan, he tweeted, "I saw this video just this morning, and the feeling felt like just yesterday. Thanks for not letting me leave this earth before coming to speak about me this way. I love you, bro, and thanks for everything." Don Bote and a show with the tweet here. In the third interview, said the India will be a well no Asamoah Gyan Ekasa Edifa, a quiet Don Bote, Ebuano, Sikasemu, years ago, around no more Black Stars, na Don Bote Mumsata no Eshedu, na Asamoah Gyan, Emika Prebakra. I say he is a free-spirited guy. Those days when Don Bote was on top of his game, I remember we were in camp and he came with a backpack full of money. We were mates, but we were not that close. So he opened his bag and asked me to take the amount I wanted. I was hugely surprised. Now, and I don't but who you say we are say Adi Bonin Adi Papa, we are and go baby, I will be ankai. Now, or the Yanko Pasipa, say as a Mojan, Amana and free at Yasafasa, so and Sana, Obona Basu Ashan and Munyamo, I see. Now, as a Mojan, Etchimi, Aonano, Akai Papa, or yeah, Abra or Tiase, and not any and someone any. That the job done, but and so to me, Eddie Arabic Tuja Afa a year as a Mojan, and so and no any near air coso. Pressure mount on Ghana Football Association. Say able to me so to me I now up new coach now. Some Ghanaian sports journalists have dared the Ghana Football Association to sue the Member of Parliament for Ningo Pram Samuel George Neti for defaming the association. Said yeah. Countryman Songo, and so Eddie Arabetu Ijano. Now, and also, and on reference, Frank Dankwa was a French journalist. Molina made damning allegations about the GFA. They haven't been able to deny or sue him. Sam George confidently making damning allegations about the GFA. They won't sue him. And no, and someone, and they almost Eddie Arabetu said, the GFA and your corrupter, French journalist Molina, SCGFA. Corrupt or making damning allegations, and also cast some judges so he be into issue or say I'm passing one say omo and your corruptor and no any and someone. This idea pressure about GFA so say Mudino say any say we are corrupt, we are corrupt, we are corrupt, we are corrupt. It is among your corrupt there, a can be also Mama they say Sankofona, say we are corrupt also ever court. Now you send any also reach me SC and I ever call. And so Eddie Alpha. Mohamed Polu, a former Black Stars player, and a crowd folk dribbling magician, said he would make us or Casa for Black Stars or no. Kalu Arahu Sambaqua Abba, and he said the legendary Ghanaian footballer, Polu, now from the dribbling magician. Nemame Hajia Hawa Ahmed Echimi Akanchini Egu Ejuadano Ena Nemame Ifrimu ya nti Polo sisi ano de munse eba Polo pa de ananka
Polo mami odi if you say
Oze
no mami odi if you say
na manu gusa mekaza unenyo kana aso manu are ale manu chole se so manu ana
menam so na rawo semba ye ma share say Polo wa said ma na mami de say
110 years
ya reho na ni mami de na
manu chole mekaza na Polo na mu kwa ba ko na
ni mami ya reho life well live.
I think her mother live enough.
Exactly. I mean they are not than 10 they are sanka me view
110 and mo ba jaza enisa me kasa ya
exactly the interest was that reho seminar by before Polo
o ma me nyini do 200 years ago no to you
to you reho but nipa do nya after 80 years no wo I mean it's a life well lived but oben wo dia reho
we dey 110
oben wo dia reho
110
so one kwa even na unhu ni biom nti ewon ye me say nema mo even me kwa even nti me share any problem but we say maybe na woman ko na wanko on say benya problem tell reho I understand
110 adia ba ko aba Ghana football mu amanu choni kalusha ye say Ghana football ama league ni say enkoso kra betting unse wo call England kra no kra no me advanced countries in Europe no betting amount for to me fix it na no and a president of the Team United Kingsley Owusu Echao and they were into Ghana Football Association say e be party a omo implementing a ban on sports betting on the Ghana Premier League games. Also, such a measure ever eradicate the issue of match fixing, which has been a persistent problem for a league in recent years. Now, in 2020-21 season, there were red flags raised during a high-scoring match between Ashgood and Inter-Allies. Ghana Premier League, both teams were subsequently found guilty of match manipulation by GFA Different Committee, and as a result, were demoted to Division 2 League. Also, urged the GFA to follow in footsteps of Sudan and prohibit betting companies from including matches from the Ghanaian top flight on their site. We have not been able to stamp it out, so I made a proposal to the effect that even the FA couldn't ban it so that no one can use our product as it is done in Sudan. and some other places where you cannot use their league for betting. Into over first circus, lose a channel. Was say Ghana, and for no crowd, betting by almost only a well advanced, almost 2 million investigation. It will more action for no crown, amount for manipulating to only a bear and betting over by Ghana league ni party and can free because Anyasa illegal. And I did build that and not any and someone and they also a channel. And so Eddie Alabu Ija, what I said, the Yemani see Konwa, Manchester, the Aquaqueno. I regret not applying for Black Stars coaching job. Dreams FC coach Alfred Abdul Karim Zitu, I express a regret for not applying for the vacant Black Stars a coaching job. Now the role has been vacant following the resignation of Otuado. Now speaking in an interview, on Central Fooding Common and a coach Abdul Karim Zitu, Eddie Tuja said, I regret one apply for a job. Now I deserve to be there. Also, no, all body my dreams, who deserve with Sabri and I believe they are going to get us an experienced coach to handle the team. There are a lot of young, very good players in there, which we need to polish to get the best out of them. Into we want to Kesben and from Ekasa and Abdul Karim Zitu, and this answer no so Etuja say any yapa say one apply for a job no, thank you apply. Anka Kumasi Asante Koroko former striker I friend say Eric Bequin and so the same Betuja or say Black Stars coaching job no no any take ni say sampani for beti no pa no so kasana say timi ko animu dia anka yemfa dwumadi no ma coach I friend say Akwesi Apia ogitumi pa say Akwesi Apia agi dwumadi na obetumi aboa okasa ewo dwumadi I friend say game plan show our class 91.3 FM so na odi sansem no etuja. In Africa or Ghana, we don't cherish our own because if Kwesi Apia should be given a lot of time, I think he can do so well for the national team. We any Asamoah, Ura friend say Eric Bequin, former Kumasi Asante Kotoko player, and so Eddie Atu Ija, Sunday Ojitumi pass the Jumano Emma Kwesi Apia, over to me Jumana Amana Konkai. After a young floor, na Kongo PM Ewa Manone, na Yanshe Amanone Samba Kumi Swa. FPP Enra Ayadia Carling Cup and I say Carabao Cup semi-final match Bako Ekoso and that was the game Newcastle United and Southampton boy Samubakaya Southampton for Manchester City Efrimu a semi-final stage and quarter-final stage. In general, now we are expecting. Nobody na expect. Say Southampton to me Manchester City every media. Come to me a concording. Remember, semi-final of the Carabao Cup. No English FA no ISHA. Omo ebon 2 legs. Nti yebo bako ewa ha. We fi ni yebo bako we fi. Na enra dia no ye kowe ani say Newcastle United etumi ehye Southampton ka baako a Southampton entumi ante ewo Southampton home enti omo ebeba return leg no later date na eno so ede eno FA Cup match baako ekoso Accrington and so any Bournemouth and a boy Accrington ehye Bournemouth after extra time 1-0 almost qualify ko manim Bundesliga enra omo games mako and nine Schalke it's Emma Leipzig, Asham, Ekama, Kumaku, Asia, Bakuka, Wontumi, and Bayern Munchen, and so any SC Cologne, Equity, Pencobia, to Nonquatanaka, Bakubaku, Hector Berlin, Etnefi, Emma Wolfsbeck, Asham, Emma Bakuka, Wontumi, Emma Hoffenheim, and so any Stuttgart, a boy, a cat, Minua, almost a points. No, Italy, our game Bakuna Corso, and Radia Manucho, Kalusha, and then yet the Papa Kra, AC Milan, Etna Homa, SS Lazio, Meka Bako, Minu, Miensa, and 9 Lazio, AC Milan, 4-0, Bakukrano, one more entry ante. Let's look at what is on the table today in terms of sporting fixtures. In the Bundesliga, Mainz 05, 12:30, Omni Borussia Dortmund, Samsung Augsburg, one more any Mönchengladbach, Anna Ebebo, Bremen, any Union Berlin, Freiburg, any Frankfurt, Anna Leverkusen, and so any Bochum, Anna Ebebo. We any games are Ekoso Ene. Bundesliga League Cup and our Carabao Cup. The second semi-final match is on today. Nottingham Forest and Manchester United and our Ebo 3:00 kickoff time and a game Nukosoko Spain, Copa del Rey and then 2 games. Barcelona any Real Sociedad and Osasuna and so any Sevilla a quarter-final stage and Omo Ebo now and also any sporting fixtures and then Europe would do any chance ewo ekoso afa yenhwe transfer kai say ene 25th aka about 6 days na transfer window no aba awie and when I made a two morning, say a branch I friend say I'm not Danjuma, Everton for air penalty by exclusive reporter I mean Sakan and say Tottenham for intercepted sa intelligence na any omo akwaji player no Eddie free Everton and some and then Unity Sports we can authoritatively confirm to our listeners say Tottenham Hotspur assigning VRL and in Netherlands forward a branch I friend say I'm not Danjuma on loan and this is here the Everton Ebuaka omusim se say England the appeal no obi player no be afa ho akwaje no me can say yem say Manuchu nim say enyem po na mitwa no but the fact say na me establish na eno so e de abarutu idwanti Danjuma Tottenham omuso adane Chelsea ye whiskey Mudrik if we ask na hina no say be better na say see Everton so Tottenham e de aye omo na so de ana a branch friend say Anthony Gordon say see ameno like I say exclusive reporter about Chelsea and Newcastle now are keen on signing the Everton forward before next Tuesday transfer window no able close now both clubs tried on the signing a branch and in the summer some over kaya but it was never to be. However, according to a reporter, Everton say there is belief that Everton may be more open to a sale this month in order to generate funds for Frank Lampard's replacement as manager. Although it is unlikely either will pay 60 million Everton for Everton, or pay 60 million pounds. But reporting just say Everton have said says he can buy a branch and minimum 60 million. No pay new coach. Oba here and all the other players in Chomoton Gordona Omujidi said Elabo Mamu raise enough money now and also Eddie now Everton Ayakai Manuchu Kalusha the Abani said owners no up to club no up for sale up to club no up for sale Sisi and also Sakoy in Simbibre and then and from them Samson and Manchester United owners the Glazer owners no so Sisi Ababe official say team no Omudi Atoa Omo Eton no say Omo Epe 6 billion pound sterling. Then so amount for evaluating club no much say team in Rusa Sika Manchester United due them and a value of the club no 4.8 billion. Into Malcolm Glazers almost 6 billion asking price no likely say almost into me anchor. Financial experts I value Manchester United at 4.8 billion now and also they are about to ija Chelsea cry buy in chair bar so in chair now okay sika editor eating now is any Manchester crab on which is on say Chelsea is tough what you say that's my value if you league we are no more over so the Manchester cry 4.8 billion there and that's why they about 2.3 anyway yeah transfer also there now you according to exclusive reporter one football thereby say Barcelona for monitor 5 players omunye happy Pep Guardiola asoye Manucho now me catch say Kevin De Bruyne is not happy with Pep Guardiola or falling out omuni Tottenham so okay now she bia wambono man bufu pa na no na Barcelona dey say no omo nam tenten no and omo team omo players are falling out omo my free agent now according to exclusive reporter Barca Universal dia baniche say sisi omo monitor 5 Manchester City stars who are unhappy with Pep Guardiola. Now according to journalist BFM say Jose Alvarez on El Chiriguinto TV on this reports by Barcelona keep tabs on the situation. As many as 5 players. Now much as 5 players no Manucho omudi ne didi so yi. Papa ene financial Kyle Walker number 1. João Cancelo. In fact, Cancelo crowd here, I can authoritatively confirm from BBC rumors to say, Omo de Cancelo are top no so say Omo de ne koma AC Milan e dey akoswapo for Rafael Leao. Nti players are Barcelona say Omo say Omo ni you know João Cancelo and Aymeric Laporte, Ike Gundogan and Bernardo Silva. 5 players ni Barcelona e monitor say nyoma touch maka credit a Omo di benum Omo enye num ni nyina kwa no mu nyamu mienu nyansa omo be soa e de akọ eno any exclusive reporter eno so ababeto igwa enso so e wo ho Chelsea and run a minute two when himself almost after Enzo Fernandez and then Benfica coach say Enzo Fernandez is going nowhere. Only Bebia any Asamoah also Eddie to job. Benfica our manager Roger Schmidt, Miko Tuna. I say I don't expect that we lose any of our players who are playing a lot and in the starting 11. That's why I see very focused players, and that's why I expect that Enzo Fernandez stays until Ononasma or the Ababe Tujano or Sinadia or Jidis Sadri or Mubilusu player. Jordan Klopp Ajatu says the Anopa Tobaha, Nemumiadia all free team, or saying the new contract or sign NHS, or you're ready to stay and build a better team. Or she said the team next year are Atitia Pansan Sian Sujako, not coach Fufobia Befa, or on a vacation cry or Jineno, everybody is Klopp Befa to the Waya, Waja Diamobi. In Chance on Obefu Liverpool, I was Olivu a very strong and formidable team. And Unti and I sign new contract of Pese or yet rebuild them. Now I compare Liverpool and Chelsea rebuild them. Nemo Masamba according to who take a job at Chelsea and is in fact a quite Chelsea Afaswa omo rebuild and Liverpool beat me because Liverpool into me and match Chelsea financially and any and someone or also Eddie about two Ijanemu or say a coin biaso or she not to Tunyoma ama Liverpool assign to your fan and to my payfra and son of the call cry. Also to me every ho ako na and also edia about to ija and rumors and gossip ba ku mienu bi na yemfa jumadini ina so emfa embrano area nemum we de nye rumor me de asamba ku etudwa na eyare hosem Ivan Toney wonya online abuse. Man apologizes for racist message. So you tuntunti ya na sebi toda England obi team na shina now or send tweet new messages are enye. A man has apologized in court for racially abusing a branch friend Ivan Toney online. Ura ne fano Antonio Neil or a 24-year-old man or England cry for a blitz and Northumberland no admitted charge of sending an offensive message. October, England Brentford striker let's share an image of an abuse message I'll receive here on Twitter and a police investigate here and an amso Emomoko Papa. Now this judge I found Paul Cara out now some sort of Newcastle Magistrate Court say or consider the matter to be very, very serious. Inti say after the apology punishment we were ede ama owura no dia sadia na se tucha enipa tuntum fita o brown yina nipa afa hu aba betodwa Chelsea say dia Arsenal say dia Chelsea dia aye omo no say be dia Chelsea be fa bia omo so be wura o meche sampa omo na league leaders say amene waka say Evening Standard Eddie Ababe to just say Arsenal for a rival Chelsea for Brighton. I made for the friend Moses Caicedo in the summer. According to reports, just say Chelsea and Jimmy and Moses Caicedo a year January a can be as Arsenal say the Champions League football. Leo Abrantiano every year Chelsea is another Chelsea the aye omono aye omuya into omu pay Chelsea back pa. According to Kwakata friend the Times or say the Seagulls say up to £100 million price tag on the Ecuadorian Moses Caicedo, £100 million. And also Mobeje. France, Abrante France Kylian Mbappe is set to tell Paris Saint-Germain to make a fresh move for Manchester City and Poland midfielder France Bernardo Silva this summer and reunite the former Monaco pair. Obekaya, Omumielu Tama Monaco ba supana, Omubo Champions League ko Monimpa Sanji the French league na Mbappe any Bernardo Silva okay Bakayo Kumuna tata no mujina sopa na no na exclusive report about Sesiano Lionel Messi energy say anhwe PSG contract no on sign for according to reports say Barcelona so or see onko nti bi mu chesa re obe join Cristiano Ronaldo and Alberta America ha na no na Mbappe say so no on free PSG no be sign contract for koso atena we sia kan dia ma omo dia o ka che omo say omo konkofa Bernardo Silva emra emeka na ho eno enso eno no na independent ko wakata no enso so di nsem for abetu ya say Everton for ese omo ni Marcelo Bielsa eguso e kasa say de be abamele omo new manager na almost better consider appointing former boss Sam Allardyce. Jacoba said Marcelo Bielsa, Sam Allardyce, and second choice coach, and also Peno, and also Edia. About two Idra, and no. Frank Lampard, Everton for Pamono and Rechi, or say, or proven or desperate to be proven, and is considering a move abroad to have a fresh start and reset. Also, say, or come for be free England, crown of Spain. France, but be obedient, maybe no resetting, no new tactical ideas. No, to me, about a Juma. The Lampard or say, and Yadia, where Jack Chelsea, officially, our pin talks with Brazil defender Thiago Silva, said American, and Amoka said offer is in the making. And then Athletic work out and say Chelsea official, our pin talks with Thiago Silva over a year's contract extension. And now make was some Sansona, Gazzetto. Dello Sport and so Italy the about to say Arsenal for Amiki inquiry about a US national team player who say Kama Juventus McKinney the availability the Arsenal Bichimenya. All Arsenal wants to do is to find a replacement and as a backup for Thomas Partey in case Partey any available to player and Monia Brea or a defensive midfielder. And in that sense no Gazzetto dello Sport Italy say Omaba Juventus Asuya Omo Emiki inquiries as to whether say Omo Betono, Omo Tono, Mbiano, Omo Enyano, we live to see the days ahead and I Amayehu said and also and so EBC Ako Edi Afa and so Inyina Kalu Manu Sabe Ebrenoko enti Mama Fagudi Unsemi Nyina na afi Minjemu Emma the man on the driving seat now onto Ajumadi so Ken Kalusha.
Opo national na motini kanu opo ye better wasi pa show
yes
na stories no yeah so no baby ade fa bia no said yeah fa na fe
wa makai me former host you say man what caught your attention so I can bro for no because a dozen
yeah
which one tickled your fancies
yeah
if it was a woman which one held your nipples for you? Sana is so beside me. So bank if I didn't so many for my let me account was them. Yeah, so I'll start from the top. They're very from the top.
Some Allardyce.
Yes.
Some Allardyce in what about say I'm sure about page 18 me Akuchi could
yeah, so Pokraka say you're more considered. So Munya Bielsa. It looks like a likely person
Everton for.
Yeah, but okay. I think in principle there should be a over to me or more revival way now. Some Allardyce has the English way no spirit to be able to me there bomb and can never bomb rather than a Bielsa at this point. But Bielsa when you over 43 years in coaching there. You can't also write him or Bati. Are you bidder? Yeah, Sumana Motentia beside I bidder.
Yeah.
And I bidder comes in the Allardyces and co. They are red naps, the Allardyces, these are what they are cut for. On their days. So I'll start with Dombote emotional message to Asamoah talking about eulogizing him before his death or Anchomanin once. I mean it's a good one. I mean Oponya nearly convinced me yesterday with it. I feel that some of these things for the cameras, maybe it's meant to encourage somebody, but I think it could be done without necessarily putting cameras on it. Some of these guys who are now doing sabomuno, you're not camera behind you on them. It is also I work with 400,000 was Shahan Shemwa. Many bropa, but why you saw the Dombote. I think it's a good gesture, and Dombote is also appreciative of it. So we leave it at that doorstep. That others should remember to be grateful sometime. I mean, if you have the chance to give the person a drum of water, never hesitate, because that's dying moment. So you will not be where you are today. So kudos to that newfound love, the bromance existing between Dombote and Asamoah. I mean, I wish others could emulate it to the highest level. Some people easily forget. If you cry, especially what kind of story of the Good Samaritan? It talks about Jericho and Jerusalem. When you are falling from grace to grace, people easily leave you on your way to 4 with a third and a loud noise, and they will even go gossiping about you. So it's good to be hearing some of these things. Second one will be on the betting in our local league. I think it was always coming back in Ghana. Now, make a chairman. You see, it's an avenue. I want you careful. Once European, then Ivan Tony Munya, they've been victims of some of these things. Abrofono crown sometimes, but because they are stringent measures, you know, sometimes we should game be red card BP and a yellow card BP. Most of them are due to bettings. Said there will be a yellow card. They've been quite to be voted around the 30 to 48 minutes. Vote about betting. They mean BBAO. They've been quite to be me. I can say no BP if you die more or ban I say Bema. Sometimes a bad dream, but I mean that's how betting has really got into. But you see now local league, our problem is that the boys are not being paid well. Into me, I say, yeah, the betting can one. It's really will ruin everything for us. Because Kalisha, imagine send me a goalkeeper, no be able to catch him, so I should just lick one goal and get 100,000 Ghana cedis. Kalisha, how many goalkeepers can refrain and also stand this temptation? That will me ensure one goal per in the around the 38 minutes. Player no meaning I could be boss shot from each. Obenya chance room or be boss shot. We hall and then kotum.
100,000. Liverpool goalkeeper.
Yes.
Bruce Grubela. Grubela. Yes. Almost the betting. That time kind of betting.
And yes, I remember there was.
And then the career. Scandal. And then the career.
Yes. Well, me I mean, I remember I've been at Arsenal where Alexander Song red card be up till now. People say that no be a bet say red card be PM around that time near Denina. It is big. But Ghana we are yet careful. We are to the extent that betting company can sponsor league people will tell you that it's a bit risky. We understand now you leave chance for the people to be influenced. You think that bet power no money idea no. Obi can say I'm no muska. So one year, how do you really run the thing? But you just have to get very good way punishment, rewards and punishments in place. Hence I dare say idea. Because I think that even abroad idea, we need to bet a house to house, a few. It's at the end of the day, you $1 million come over, be cried dinner say, man achieve results. Obey.
Napoli near Coppa di Italia.
Yes.
African giant team.
Cremonese. Ghana for good football.
Napoli for supporters require at dinner. Timona Ghana for say almost 1.96.
Exactly.
Probably goes to 10,000.
Yeah, because it came a draw. Eventually became a draw and they had to play penalties. Because a game, so bet a game was not see where they top up because we they got for one conclusion and mum na be how.
Yeah.
I mean, some of us we are experts but Ghana they need for local crowd because of your talkatives. You ever see any bika? We say game baby Madrid against Legana. Na yama we us na 1.01 and 1.02 for Madrid to win. It's only 10,000 to crowd be just 200 cedi. But we shall announce you we there for gone. I'm compared 200 being famous as in yard. Na no mono. I say messy up the whole soup.
Yeah.
I quite a bad mat in the soup. So sometimes it's a bit tough. But betting in Ghana League in there, so man, you're careful. I know because hunger, a common dorsum. Where there's hunger, the chances to influence the people are very high. So I don't need this man to tell me. Boko betting centers, I mean, boys say go on. When I was in Ghana, Boko betting centers, I never see a YouTube channel. Betting centers, Boko and Pinifonia and money I didn't go on more betting. Yeah, avenue as you say, and acquired the new craze. Obeka say send a man book with say bet and Kagana for be brewu. Oh yes, this short skate I'll be here say bet no if Ghana be wu a man bu enko ye there. Betting na sustaining of pa we talk for the betting if man ni pe be wu Ghana. So it tells you how much people are putting their faith in it.
Guys, no. Analysis pa boy see
over 1.5 na below 1.5 near there na 7 corners game where the corners be yeah two corners ni we nya throwing sin na say we dey throwing me say
first goal kick
we ni na
first offside now
first offside the FF for some year do amonensi form especially the you see sometimes and like I said the new craze it's all over the world. I don't know where. Na betting so Ghana kwa Botafogo ni madam for be no pe ball. Betting ti an team support betumi for manage Botafogo no e be share so Botafogo so enfa. I say Brazil. Hey. We nyina somebody who didn't like football but betting ti.
Yeah.
Yo, so the issue is that
Botafogo, Flamengo, Santos
about to stay. Yeah. But we need to reduce the influence on it, especially getting to the players and the teams. Because any bema then we are fighting a lost battle. But if the boys, we can just manage to prepare them. But at least, so if the punishments are there, it will start making sense. But with Jim follow say idea, then a lot of people will take advantage. My next one beyond Karim Zito saying that he regrets still taking up the role. Why? Obika Jenso or Yankee Nana?
In regards to I'm a local, local coaches no man kono. But no crime more concern. Me back then in Ghana, under 20 team be.
Yes.
Na an player be. No person or kobo under 20 no. Me no be. E kwa mami hu say ye dey envelope my coach. And sir, and I bobo. And this e be about na year you. And most of the Ghana players no more movie under 70-20 no kono. Omo that no she say Ghanaian coach there. They are in manner.
I know she a reality. Madam Fia Kote Sporting way Ghana. I mean, a person grown players. When say Skawo, it's what fat talent and I was in school near there. We never 14-15 years for. No share be 3 years. Na say farmer. What turn or Eastern Europe crap or between turn be $20,000, $30,000. Won't spend more than $5,000 on them. So virtually is a new age. But the point is that coaches, some of them are even on his payroll. He has to pay them $1,000 every month. For them to play some of the boys.
Just imagine. And to me, if I say, it's a boy, I'm doing the example. No, what the envelope I come a coach or come team. No, I call foreign lander back. Not that same coach or national team. We also have man respect. Say, play some more honor and no more meritorious. That's what is happening to Ghanaian coaches. Because
when you might be the best player under the sun, but the coach needs to put you in a game. Look at some 15 philosophy of Becca there. But I don't know why some of coaches they sell their conscience, because who for right players and who achieve results, that is when you can grow. But this thing is an age-long issue. But the truth is that the local coaches, some person move by because it's our industry. You are football people, and we know what happens in there, what pertains in there. Yeah, killing you are following. We know what frustration people go through just to get their boys to play. And these are very real talent. And keep it to me about to the high level, probably Ghana inadvertently. But you will say some of these decisions and Songo getting on the net, trying to tell them that I'm for some George and Kowe. I think it's a bit risky and tough here. Sam George can say he believes they chose somebody who they can influence. When you say we defame him and we denigrate him.
There's some song on baby. What they find say someone say journalists they but why not so no parliamentarian no or be can asem na afro there almost say because say or your money mu shemra man you need to know.
You see, journalists, the problem I have with the journalists in the sometimes they are so emphatic. Make I say na ketokre kubo ebi ko bi say or appearance fee. Kumasi journalists we so nim say guy no ko bi no appearance fee of quantus one just kebia. You see, when you become that personal and say oh hit your chest, that sensationalism me say Kwame Wusu special aid or Jessica. You see, those sensationalism no be between Wako court. That because he believes to chose somebody who can be manipulated. And also no courts are with different women. But it's an interesting way. That's why the courts are there. The laws are meant to be tested. My problem with some journalists is that defaming people, denigrating people. No. That is what I think they should stop. But so be and say you're able to influence who be. I mean, the other side is that GFA feels that we have to prove beyond reasonable doubt and some no court. So he's throwing that challenge to them. But I think it's a rhetoric. I don't see that sometimes just because him say money exchange hands before Tony Pulis appointment, and I just say they've taken money from him to appoint him. That is exactly. And also there's such an issue can be contested, contextual, and can be taken to court. But BBC has some judge Kennedy Songo. I mean, you come again for me to understand. You say, bueno, how strange it says, say, young fan court, not some judge.
I'll say, be a strong say, young says, a war, a friend, a kid, now a journalist. War, how I chastise it. I could see Ante Chimu, can sense, man, you more position of a video. No, but do when I say, one call for no mere mouse, man, oh, we are, and Koya. I don't quite you so Becca. Yeah, what I say. So that's what the Aga.
Yeah, so on the say, Becca says, would defame me on man, I say, I'm not court. You have to go and prove in a law competent jurisdiction. Yeah, the God at the days I can sign from, okay, you are no Jemu. But so I can say, GFA corrupt. You have to prove for evidence, they'll take you to court. Now, we can say, then say, I don't think we need to social, then they will shut us up. Because I believe, I feel strongly that they are choosing Chris Hughton because he looks like they can influence him. it's not enough justification to court. Yes, so then it's as good as shutting us up. And they say to me analysis, do you get me?
Yeah.
I know where it's coming from. That Sam John looks like he has attacked the institution. That's why mu John say much use unity am afa no. It is adia mu show na mu onko court. Sam John go prove to you.
Yeah.
That's angle ni be. But I'm saying that me mention so no. When you say something and I think that you one can hear about them, you all come and stand behind them against you. What can be missionary you say it's making a lot of sense. That one attack you be but it's possible. That one there. What is the man is saying? It's just purely it's largely Opokra the Toso said a big man of your caliber, you are came to accept a fourth in the ladder. Technical director, and I'm not sure it's bigger than the assistant manager. The way I say no, assistant coach. So he came to accept it. That then it looks like he's ready to koto or go down to please the homes and capacities of the leadership. And then what you say a bit way quickly in a time in Tinianko. I think Everton. I mean, all of a sudden, it looks like a state is coming down. Onano, I putting it up for sale, or it's expecting around 500 million. And then I influences some of these decisions because it looks like players from Yemaki and some top players in Yano, center cannot hold, they will be losing them. Anthony Gordon is one of the big boys for them. May we say Newcastle soon and more. We only hearing this morning that Chelsea also badly want to have him. Say who for coach about to make the team taker. Why do you sell your golden eggs? Your golden hen. Who sell your golden hen now? How do you begin to get eggs again? A tough decision. But I think that if for not for anything, it will even make the club attractive. Once you begin to sell the most important element, because you're ton club any day. Some of the players that values in Crown Posobwa, Mobi Beta, or Becca was okay because I can. Although it's beyond value Manchester United at 4.8 billion. Oh, I'm sure Old Trafford is part of the deal. Ninya the Becca won't do a huge amount because it's easy 4.8 billion. Is it just the franchise? The name Manchester United and board in Sena. Facilities will be included. Players are all included in that regard. So it's a sad news that all of a sudden they are, and you know Everton is even older than Liverpool. When you see a Liverpool film, they're from Everton Athletic, and see Everton Liverpool film. They have 9 EPL medals under their belts in there. It's a traditional team, like Accrington Stanley. It shouldn't die. It's not a club. I'm sure now second division near there, and first division championship. It doesn't look too good. I'm hoping. Sometimes you can't hold it, you sell it. I mean, it's natural common sense asset, but it's a bit tough. It's a bit tough for them to really go through that. Now United there, so I mean, on evaluation of 6 billion. I mean, they are valuable. Yeah, they might not be too rich, but I think that it's an asset. So binya everyone, but 6 billion there. You leave it to the corners. Yeah, Pep Guardiola. I mean, some players. Opo 4, but mete 3, mete Kyle Walker, mete Cancelo, mete Kevin De Bruyne.
About 5.
Oh, 5 impo. Into Kyle Walker, Cancelo, KDB now.
Bernardo Silva.
Bernardo. Nah, another one. Bernardo.
You
see, I think, all of a sudden, it looks like what happened to Leicester, maybe it happened to Arsenal. You know, Arsenal's next games against Everton. Yeah, KDB. Kyle Walker, Cancelo, KDB, Bernardo Silva.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, these 4 players now, mutiny. It looks like they are unhappy. Also, as KDB and Bernardo Silva, they are pivots. They are fulcrum of the team. It's a bit of a problem. But the good thing happened for Arsenal is any realistic team is chasing them in the park. City. So if City is undergoing some of these internal fracases, I think it's to the advantage. But I think Pep Guardiola needs to hold it in. I mean, as much as possible. Or start to have issues with players. I will know inadvertently what really happens to the team. Apparently, then they begin to lose focus and it affects them strongly. We expect them to give us a stable position in Europe. At least domestically, they can decide to turn a blind eye. But it doesn't look good. Maybe every team have cracks. But it begins to show when the team is not doing well. Team it begins to cracks become deeper near there. But it's a lot of hearing that one is a bit of bad news. In there, it doesn't look too good. Ivan Toney abuse. Maybe I can let that one go. Now Arsenal trying to rival Chelsea for Moise Caicedo. I just have a gut feeling that Arsenal fans, and also Arsenal team, said they want Chelsea to pay so much for every player, because the reality is that I don't see Arsenal fighting Chelsea for any player at this point. Say about purchasing power near there. in the clouds in the BBR. Maybe the only thing Arsenal has is doing well in the EPL, but they are not ready to pay. I think they just get closer, or more inch closer. Then Chelsea begins to maybe panic a little, then go and pay so much for. Maybe it remains a dream. So if Chelsea are able to do some of these things, then it will show it will be a huge. I've always said football is not psychological. It looks like Chelsea have that psychological edge over Arsenal. It looks like they feel, they behave, they act more ambitious than Arsenal. Maybe Arsenal just wants to add their name. They remain wild rumors anyway, but from an Arsenal point of view, I don't think Arsenal, because I've read articles to say that Arsenal, one of the biggest policies in Arsenal is not to fight over a player. Over the years, and I heard the leadership discussing some of these things, that Arsenal going forward will not really be fighting other teams for players. They have their own way. Say, then they look at other options. So it will be news to me if they really get onto that one. Now, PSG, Mbappe wanting Bernardo Silva as PSG. I don't think it will be a bad one. If you have Messi, if Messi does not get to sign and you get a Bernardo Silva, it's more like a like for like in terms of age, any style of play near there. You can equally put a Bernardo Silva to do most of the job Messi is doing now. I mean, Messi is unplayable. I mean, I wouldn't try to say Bernardo Silva is about a 60-65% of a Messi on a good day. But it will not be a bad one, especially if there's team chemistry near there now. Mbappe seems not too keen on playing with Messi near the end, because Nippon Kwakra started making agitations that you want a Bernardo Silva to come and augment if Messi decides to leave near the end. Oh, that's good. That's good. They should fight. I have to add fasting to my prayers. And I say players. My prayers now, the fasting back on to make a committee about matches. I said Tower of Babel. No one realizing I build the DNA. So Bernardo Silva to PSG, it doesn't look far-fetched. I think that it might just come to stay one of these days. Final one on Bielsa Samaladice. I think you restarted from that way. I think I don't know why they are so keen on Bielsa. Maybe somebody somewhere has fallen in love with the style of play, what he did at least near the end. But I think Samaladice will do them a lot of good at this point. They are minimalists. They very little. They do so much. They can put so much. Do so much with little being given to them. Now, come on, cover some Allardyce to really stabilize, bring them safe to shore. Then they can think about any other way. But hey, their first priority is Bielsa, so let's see how it goes. Yes. Oh, okay, thank you so much, Manicho Magandi. Say that no poker Danjuma, you know. Yes, I know Danjuma. Yes. They say if for Tottenham for loan. Okay, it's on loan. Right now. Yeah. Yes, that's good. Breaking news. Yeah, breaking news. It's now at Tottenham on loan. Yeah, that's good. From Villarreal. That's good. Yeah. And Opo National. Hello, Opo Timenka, Manenko. Hello, Opo. Opo. Opo National, my member in Kakada fi meba na fi aba beto aso.
I was built to be the best, number one and nothing less. Lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently. I have vision, though I believe. I know I can count on me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up.
Wasa mama kwa ba keseba jumedi so ma me kwa ma no so na me fa me bisa opose ne the contribution wo sa news e di buy na fe ento aso opo one of the boys in your code in fact sorry is been on befana
I think that locally I would take Countryman Songo story now cassette. JFA should sue Ketukrakwana, Manusi as he seems to differ a little bit, but I think I totally agree with Country Monsongo. You know why? Because Ghana only and sure for it too much. As a call to call a threat, I did ignorance and sure for no. Emma Omuntuminya or Mojuma said yes, Omoye. Country Monsongo did some stories and then he was taken to court. Sometimes Manager was talking about your speculative journalism. What I say? Sometimes rumors and gossip, just like BBC, Money Adinina, they all do. And I don't call quarter. If you have instances and you are able to prove that way in a man a lady to way, sometimes you can justify yourself as a journalist because we have say GFA for Ghana and Central for the most part because one, they know most of the journalists are not well educated. They know most of them are not well educated.
Yeah, they have that notion. Nasi crack I say SHS livers. They have that notion to be a trader. Yeah,
the journalists for them say SHS livers. You know, but not everybody is like that. Oh, it's but who Songo Koka, almost our French journalists now. You see, French journalists also afraid. Ghana for say more than corrupt. Also more you gotta say that word you know. Teaching is a confused you know, comfortable. Oh, why can a French journalist describe more as thieves, as corrupt? But Ghana need analysis said na manuchu kanonoko bojian fidimpe. You know, Manuba, you know the sad story. The sad story is we sell ourselves. Radio A phone go.
Yeah.
Na radio B I anti for until radio A for the monetary radio B for the monetary radio A. So yeah, they for no almost say then they send the recordings to them.
Yeah.
So Ghana acquire on my be adding the food and now are supposed to the supreme interest of the country. If he is sporting association also and I descend there to club level. So and I think that Ketokraku Manucho Utuene besides a Momo description, their own Kasomo corrupt. You will say it.
Of course.
They are more than corrupt. I think Ketokraku administration, you know, only are more corrupt than even Nyantechi. Because Nyantechi took time to get to that corrupt stage in any to go to that greedy stage, you know what I said. But when you almost first time,
yeah, exactly.
This is the first time. Nyantechi won how many times? Say 5 or 6, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
From 2005.
Yeah, within the first time, first 4 years, Ukraine. You can imagine what will happen if he was to be on longer to say Nyantechi. So what I say, it's a thing said, Ketokrakumu, Omodia football in Diagro, and and some net in Sututu, some George interview, some George in Sututu Bimano.
Yeah.
Where some George told them, say, Omafa GFA, coach, Oma appointed Chris Hutin because they know they can manipulate Chris Hutin and they know, say, Omo to make for Omo businesses. The FA is no longer thinking about Ghana football. They have turned to be all businessmen. That is what some judge also told Ketukraku.
Yeah.
So my point is, if some judge can authoritatively and boldly say it, I don't know court because you feel say journalists normally a lightweight, presumably Ghana for the and Central for Ghana. The respect is not there. So I think that Songo daring him to take Molina and some judge to court, it's a step in the right direction because if it was Songo, if it was any other journalist in Ghana, come threatening with court action. Now, Obon's and Nance and Trofon Susu, no Marco Siki redress, no Marco Pancho, me Akamba, then Okrakuden and call for no Masa bossy because now once you threaten or say we are corrupt, we take you to court. So, I think that me feel that the challenge is the right course. If you think you are not corrupt, it's not only me Songo saying. Other people are saying you are corrupt. We into Koko you want to know so far court. You know, the second story that I would have to take is the manager OPK as your first story. Don't bote the
yes.
Yeah. So I want a boy you will say Yamu Nipa then Moses okay, right?
Moses okay.
And I think it's Moses okay. Moses okay.
Yeah, Moses okay back on.
Oh, that mean yeah, friend say.
Yen your bomb, yeda wasi. No. Your Moses back with honor.
Yes, Moses.
You are bomb yeda wasi da.
There be no buketia.
No, it's the same person.
My so okay.
Why share yen suama de pa? Achi yen no aka. Yeda wasi.
No boy Moses okay.
Yeah, Moses okay.
Me yaba. Moses oje ase okay.
Kokobi bakobi.
No, why junior now canana?
No, you are why junior. You are why officer say, on ba officer say. You no bunketia.
Ela Moses oje.
Ni Moses OJ. Ni Moses OJ.
You OJ so.
OJ no bomb ni okay.
Moses
OJ. OJ on the Moses.
What they say?
OJ on the Moses.
Moses OJ. Ni Moses okay.
No, I don't think we have Moses. OJ and the Manu to verify my anyway. But I mean, OJ or but no Moses.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Yeah, Moses OJ. Yeah, OJ or OJ Moses. Yeah, and I think that celebrating people when they are alive is the right thing to do. As I see, it's just idea. No, say any part of you generalize here. Me namu he said meeting question.
OJ, your friend OJ pe.
Na make an on the only Moses.
Yeah, OJ. No one okay.
Moses okay there.
Yo Moses okay so.
Moses okay oh yeah.
Yeah no come me won crowd.
So, into as I say so I don't say share especially tuntum for na ade ya ade pa ne so be free. Nipa na wu na odam na yimpa so no na ya tro no biography na ya tro tribute na ya bekin kan no kama asa nipa na tias no e angel yen kan boni ba kokro ye enfum so ba kokro ye because on say yetiti say nipa wa yen kan echi boni yen kan echi asam boni so what I say nipa tias no so other necessary ne kan boni nko when the person is dead how can the person hear the good testimonies people are giving about him or her? Yeah. So I think that don't take hit the nail right on top. Also that's a moijan as I say as a moijan and train mananya day when you answer and all can't and we have found no tias no what can't find. I think that idea is seeing in a they celebrate each other. You know, human beings we have flaws. What I said. But like I was saying yesterday, sometimes we have to look at the positives and look at the bigger picture. Now, in celebrating the positivity as opposed to always holding on to the negativities. Moving on to the next story, yes, I'm betting story now, a champ. Me did say betting thing now with the Ghana football. Yeah, Ghana, you think that they no betting and kind of sports of match fixing. A free tea and balance and the and some are getting even into sports journalism. It's been there. Until now, I say, referees, and I don't know referee or they chop Amako Chokono. Meaning, if you read that article. Just last week, referee came out apologizing to Asante Koroko.
For a mistake he did to them?
Yeah, for a mistake he did to them. Wow. He scored a goal, he disallowed a goal, and he came. Oh, said there's a lot of of course, social media, 18 mania, and you call United. You look at those days. So that time, Saturday not sports bet and crime. And Manucho, who changed the name right on top. Who said human being instinctively, and nipa be a person survival. Yeah. So we scout. We need to go psychologically. We should nipa. Your first instinct is to survival. Yes. Yeah, your first instinct is survival. It is any problem. That's why people rob. That's why people steal. Yeah. Because I'm robber. We need to be somebody safe. It's not what you class and come dinner. It's a source of survival. So it is a see. I'm league. Do baby. Any VAR can you need. Inti via inti say the mofuno ye bia ni bia ye be fairly because omo progress progressively so progressively no dey do sa level no step by step approach no dey do sa level no but ye ni via say offside goal sha ye ji ayaje and if the referee even in the middle has been enticed on betting he can make sure say Kotoko beshe has beshe dreams beshe. What I say? Yeah. So I just say, "Master, my bet." boya ukudima hasisha boya ukudima kotokosha oba odie betwa big time odie 5,000 Ghana odie 10,000 Ghana referee omo Ghana officiate match ba ko itwa ne kasen so they will do it that you do mo kasen
say make sure say we do 3,000 Ghana cedi per
10,000 now over 10,000 30 million a game manucho let's do that research and find out. Me nyasho say about 3,000 kra Ghana. So if enticements are basa masa much we could you know my house in Shauba how dear 10,000 come extra 100,000 extra 50,000. Obey
yeah.
Oh, just look at Sikan Ketia and the trouble referees near there or chichi omo. Maybe as low as $200 maybe.
Yes.
And so now they are teaching yeah, test for corruption no high. Because the economy hasn't grown to the level, say, which means our shoulders with the English, the Spanish, the Italians, the Germans, the Dutch, in those high level. No? It is almost by sports betting no Ghana. I think I'm in total agreement with a child guy, Brukumana became United for it. Say, only Ghana Premier League in film. And this is a league, you know, no matter how much we put in effort into include that with this betting thing now about Ghana football. Even now here can would go first, ne I shan't go no one boy now. I'm going to shave it.
Yeah, recently my player no can no credit.
Yeah, player no can say betting in a basan. Now can say good much in 5-3 keeper. Yeah, I go Nicaragua, yeah. And about could be so 5-3 as goalkeepers no letting in goals, no more pombia. I'll probably so she own goals or quick goals, you know.
And also, his art team never crack. I don't call it premiership requirement. It's a form simple.
So until those things are dead because
they're not player. Say almost be a fan of Adibayo bin. No one or she goes bin. Oh, no more Adibayo be. Now later, Kranako to Kofoko Kopeno coast, Sudan as saying. Now, Shego
the local league. No, my son will come and kind them baby. When the league in the German boys, It's also players, no. But could be cried or can so send a boss or so much to bet. Okay.
Yeah. I know lights, you know.
Yeah, or send when the boss the team as well to bet.
Can you imagine the owner of the club?
The owner of the club, so what to bet into and then you're 5-3 is 5-4, you say.
Wow.
Just look at this. Oh, and yeah, love on say England near the Nino, Manu corruption, no, but almost the other way city and say Mranachua. All the players were banned for even betting themselves because England, no, the prohibit club owners. Everybody are associated with a club, so the bet.
Exactly.
The betting is for the general public. It is how you play a near chua, so we have. We are owner cry, you be you, so we coach. The coaches they don't even dare try. So until almost through a running year, but Ghana no, they say team owner catch players am born nation, no matter bet. So it's a level of corruption over high. It's just say, and you will do high, young corn kakra. So in Jabet and general public, you know. So but then the thing is Ghana for nobody they identify identification quite a problem. So to identify because we be to bet now and then the Ghana card the abakra the be a bebo kakra, you wouldn't be able to identify say manu to bet me you didn't tend the ababeto.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, we think you didn't tend ababeto. So and I think that we haven't reached there. So per se revitalize the game like something seriously we need to take a look at. Quickly on Amanone and Minshara Dwele so much on Amanone, but I think that one or two issues. Dan Juma for Tottenham, it's a good signing. That boy is a very good player. I'm hoping that I'm a good to transform to Tottenham now. Yeah, me Papa Nedi. And Manu Jones and I Everton. Fahad Mushirik also beton. This is our statement about one thing. Also, on a story about one thing in Nanyano credit. He's not telling the club.
I see the fake is news.
I was there.
I see the fake is news. The news is fake.
The fake is news. The news is fake. Also on club. Manchester United 4.8. Almost 6 billion.
Yeah, exactly.
Na Momo Stadium Kranano went interview Ronaldo here. Yes, training grounds, mo stadium that time all crashes I just say Chinkuma crash it. Mutu no any landing in Timonio up to date. You can't move my anchor. So you see, I almost say I touch Chelsea 4.5 near Chile and you almost over 4.6 billion. By a value so worth here 4.8 because Accrington training grounds on a trash. You know, that about Chelsea. Abramovich anya dia training grounds on it dear. Oh, a fantastic training equipment up to date near it. Ronaldo by and we been okoye interview ni been okoye unya problem. O se nioma uja okoye. Jim nioma uja okoye no. Oba and no one was able to say that so
Lingard crack at the same thing. Lingard.
Yeah. Yes, Lingard, yeah.
Yeah, no so can say I mean they are far behind. Or show the difference because of their pitches name training facilities. And you have to scratch.
So I said, Brian, or Tiffon, here, who both are here or no back. So, Momo need London. Things never London, the whole Europe. Manage Crowbank, popular. The whole
center of commerce and wisdom. No more London, Hoka Crown, to make spread the whole world. They occupy 90%. It could be a bit of English influence, or from the center of London.
Now William Cry, I want to tell Brazil, Bo Flamingo, near the Anzana, or Babo, Ukraine, Adia, Oba Chelsea, Alobo London, a Quasna. You didn't call the come back, all the Wamo. Also, life, London life, no need holding a pen or pan, team naturals or terminating the contract. Almost Antonio Mofula.
Exactly.
I know I'm by England. So, it's a support to say Liverpool, Moon, Manchester, Moon, Everton, Moon, Kasa, any Manchester City, Moya, Moon, Tobo, Bokaka. So, now respected this capital city club. So Chelsea near Arsenal and it's all Tottenham Cross Stadium, no more training facilities and more. So I think that Manchester United will be better on a more serious note to sell the club because the Glazers have lost faith and respect. Whether I'm supporting hierarchy now, it will be better, but 6 billion asking price I think is on the higher side. So much are fine. Chelsea going for Gordon for what? I don't know what I said. The Todboli crying in transfer executives no don't move. You know, you've already signed 3 wingers. Wakoto Mudrik, Wato Madueke, that Madueke boy monitor and highlight. Only the Amesadi are a fantastic chap. He plays to say Riyad Mahrez or left-footed. He's or English-born Nigerian, but I don't know why England for more player win a month for Uncle World Cup. Really, Nigeria should hurry up and pick up this boy. What the Amesadi and highlight, bro. Boy, no ball rough. What was our João Felix? I read yesterday says Chelsea were option to buy the player. Now I'm focusing in him, no settled bully or Treno Mukinya de Shema or the option of between a top player. But I think they didn't rather fix the price.
Okay.
And Romano, any idea a yom the buy almost exclusive. The Chelsea were option to buy. So you have João Felix, you have Mudrik, Wakoto Madueke, who put Antonio Gordon denied it. I think that they are becoming over ambitious. The fact is that we see next year, I know in Champions League are more in 2% building team to one. You can still you don't need wingers. Too many wingers for what? And I also learned this morning BBC that said they might consider selling Conor Gallagher for £40 million sterling. It's a deal, but initially they didn't want to let him go. But they say almost one person come. Maybe our non Ruben loves to stick. Only had no person or ship one more. Any Hakim Ziyech and I open more players into the team. Study in case say Chelsea and qualify for Champions League. Team targets still will be intact there. That's fine. But I think Anthony Gordon there. Chelsea doesn't need Anthony Gordon. In all honesty, Chelsea doesn't need Anthony Gordon. I wish Nottingham Forest to be able to cause an upset today. In the other semi-final match, I echo Sune.
Yeah.
It is our time when as a team's name, but I'm supporting Ketuano. And when I say I was rooting for Southampton to beat Newcastle, but they had themselves to blame because they had so many chances, but they couldn't score. But then Nottingham Forest for 1 year more, no Munyan Century. Georgian Club didn't have me cry. Also, build Liverpool. No, better team, more and Sana Wide. And Sana Wako. I think that's the right thing to do. You don't want to come and pick a team, take them so high and bring them so low before you leave. Because our legacy is now building, Ubia Rebede, ABC. Leave a strong team. Now Bianca said, team Jamawa, Ubefa, want to me. So when a coach comes in and he's unable to do the job, vacation. I'm glad that he got to that angle. I say on best of the vacation. No vacation near say wa mo here club team a tantanta obi ja Liverpool wa say nechi and na oko. But ono okasa onye careful Manucho. Tell him he's always been taking job at Chelsea and we can do it the Chelsea way. Chelsea will scar and I don't even know how they do it, how they are spending. Masa so when this guy Manucho be catch us say mo we amen. We do the bankuni do kunu fufu and amen. Ba o scar and more with salad, ni chicken, near their dinner, new man is on grano. Maza, when is car too? That is a Kinkalusha, Koto, the guard for free Manchester and some of the team now are Jerigano. Oh, Kaluja friends here. I just took a jibe by you to end the sporting segment.
Can't you see it? I'm on the move, make way for me. So stand up.
You're standing up for the champion. Starting your signing way, and I say, I'll kiss you. Some near the sea. I say, Robert Queen, political arena. Political arena. I want to make friend. If I could come over politics in Nafi, it would be at you. And some now in Manicho, and some in NDC for some by some community or you bet clear no we are not NDC for some now, Dobia can be ano, they are bombako, Nafi Yaquin.
I'm supposed to open here one can have some. They mouth to some Kakrewa Supreme.
Yeah, social issue, no more drowning.
I remember, enter ever call their crochet some. And some I did kind on yeah. Last time I will be a quaback about Unity Radio. I can say some new and I say Tissimu or political arena when I say politics. And a Koba did a kind and Koma, as a film. And Quara 20 Omoko school, if you Mukrum, or the school over that town. And Quana Kodrani now. 12 dear, no one may dare almost to me, the dare echo a sudeja by 8 of my candidate, almost to me and dare, or my not an animal. Nana, a month for Bissase, and tea in sooner, you know, then pedophobia ni in sooner noa, or the catcher say, and so you dear, and call her Mamonco. Na, and Mametian and Nanaya, Cassie, or piece of non the new Simuno, none the both of you are passe, San Penifono, yet ye to me mom so me this wa na for one baby tell we kura see kon no me de mo pa na nanti no bibia ni ho about that time no be ka say an cry mom ko school na nso ayiri na we o me be hwe o me pa abenda ne dia o mo sa musa yema o mo pacho by the side we dey no mom wi na fe de o mo da no me so mo ye o mo de no matutu akwamu no mo boy ho ban no o mo tumi sa Maricho. A very sad story. And quite 20. Yeah. 12 to survive here. 18 years.
It's very unfortunate. I mean, on mornings like this, it's a 8 sordid lives lost to a very avoidable situation. You see, just like we said, school, I just said that means it's a daily routine. They always go on that river. You're sure it's on the side of the school new one. I say Atiga Gome to Wayokope. They have to go through a boat in a capsize here. Yeah. And I'm wondering because I just say we life jacket but on what grounds will you raise the life of school kids that they don't know how to swim every morning to be crossing on a boat? Safety is being thrown to the dogs all the time in Ghana. Sometimes so don't want to say. Say before you can see a head-on collision, not just a very, very rare occasions. Accidents will happen here all the time. It be aside and I say from behind. Because they be as a car never found more than 40 miles per hour. There will be a median strip, a very high embankment. Car a pimp crane to me turn to the next lane. There you can never go to the other lane. Other oncoming Russian vehicle. It's so sir.
Man, who can say, and come, you know, what you know, movie, not more for a young man say, only 5. Yes. 5 boys, 3 girls. Yes. And between the age of 5 and 12.
Kids, virtually kids. These are, I mean, pupils. And to think that they were going out, first, when I'm just expedition, be a tourism, but what you say, I'm school. To just say, Anopa, I'm faster, so. there's no safety. Na nkwala so ya do money swimming. What she said it na and 20 new acrobat to me but 8 of them because they knew how to swim were able to get themselves to safety. 12 of them were able to get themselves to safety. 8 out of the 12 dying. Then that's you're talking about 40%. About 40% of them dying in that whole mix. And as you say about 30-35. I mean if my math is serving me right. It's 40, I mean 20 no 25. 40 yeah. 20 over 8 over 12. 8 over 20 times 100. 20 100 move 5. 5 is 40. 40% of them dying. It doesn't look good. Not more do say now, then quickly they will see maybe that's their job, disaster management. But what about preventive? Tienyo said this is an unsafe practice for them to be crossing the river every time, not having the requisite gear to in case of emergency. You see, you can know that. Well, when your problem, not just one super problem.
I mean, not more for quite a more, not more for the tom to far measures into, and there be a problem balance and
always reactive, curative, but preventive. It's always searching the Ghanaian minds, and it's all facets of our lives. So, the bet young share how to people not to women this beverages so there's an idea obenum sa no diabetes. Of course, when diabetes, have never management. Yen show how pressure na dey cry, yen can't just say check it. What can't just kidney say? Why do we live in a country with this mentality? Maybe my mom way, you see knife, be a friend box knife. So we try there now, we try na can be pen na shame, na call okay. This also very frustrating. We can't see no when one use you. Because utility knife na there no pia on one I say na what you no e twa afford do. But this one is automatic. What this is we try na say can be unexpected, it should be able to reverse. That is how well the white man is thinking. They be doing how to make sure that you don't have some of these things. Because Ghana, we don't see people. And so Ghana, sometimes you misbehave. Because what dream about 12 years, the BMK said that you can marry one day, make money one day, do everything one day. But to have a child to be 12 years, it takes 12 decent years of your life. But we sometimes make that look like normal. Oh, say we're there, 80 there, yes, how dare? Se kromasi anka has roll. It's unu be beye. The biamka se kromasi nkola unhia bosin penefo. Because when Isaac Newton was born, when Aristotle was born, they didn't know from childbirth say son obey. But a due time, assuming they never had opportunity for the person to grow to that age, and I'm still living in the dark moment. Ghana ne dia yafani say they are collect dia normal. Maybe you are killing the person who will revive the souls of Ghana. Kwame Nkrumah, you won't want microphone and I say, Uncle Okofe so soon we are. Can we be able to come and save us? Why then you renewed mentality? You the right things. Now nipa you won't say and fire home. Now boats in the corner. You look at some of these videos and you get mad. What you say? A basic senseless thing will be and take precaution. I'm in Kolanewu. Yeah. It's so painful. I do say now then, not money. Ya call my parents and ya call near mom and to my back. Ya say the world should move on. Nothing should happen. Heads should not rule. This 21st century, in Kuala still have to cross a river every morning to go to school. Me and him say one day this was an accident in waiting. Then it will happen right here at the eyes of the leadership near there, and they wouldn't even care. I'm not sure say Accra no atina Kama Kwonum say he's going to assess the situation and reverse some of these bad issues going on there. Why do this to ourselves as Ghanaians? Sometimes it's really, really painful. Reading the story, it was the story of my picking. Say at least Ghana have our own issues, but Ghana is moving on. But to the extent that negligence and my people are losing their lives, a school there and came to me CB at the other side. A day antina I say a collect insurance for school. A 3 or 4 unit classroom block. Take teachers there to go and teach them. I dare no moon sweaty I want to see a unit classroom block or honor. No musun come school honor now they have to cross a river every morning. Nani paneku. Conform so you school near Juman teachers go crying near the training colleges or near Juman. And how much will it cost to build just a simple classroom, 6 unit classroom block for kids 6 to 12 years on this year? Sometimes it's painful.
Man, teacher for kwasem kwa ro baba ye teacher for no mako school da wi na ye de mako akotu eyikromu no se offices won na mo na no enkofo bi giska o enti enkwase na ye de omko no omonko obia cha ewie teacher training college na eso opese programs eyi na krom na achi ade ya cha ade na enkwase ne de ye omo de omo nya yi
sometimes Debbie, I'm catching say one of my biggest regrets is not going to the North for my national service. Yeah, we wouldn't make be there's reincarnation because some places you only experience through going to service to mankind. But that time you take now be a pakra or tackle up a go fields or per se. Then I'm like, so why didn't I take the opportunity to go and have Dagomba girls? Nice Dagomba girls in me Cornota. By now, have some in my belt. You don't take advantage of the situation.
Oh, my members, you know, the kind of it's you that you're quite when I'm it was simply because one issue so pathetic and here time on in some
pathetic we need to dwell on it.
Okay.
We don't even talk about
go ahead.
Pathetic near dwell on it.
Go ahead.
Pathetic. Well, you see
not to show
Omukaya come as Makaka, you who but no signs around them. We acquire a revolver.
Oh, yes.
A very sad incident. If you imagine and create a picture of your own kids, ma wukum hawao miss mao na kwalani ku school aba na okotena kuduom na omoa ene kanu kuduo no unim de ayare hokra omo ride over an hour. Because if you read the report, not book 4 reports come the by no. Almost incident we see Anopa 7 a.m.
Wow.
And you can just imagine, according to reporter and Peace FM for filing here, Kalusha T News na Mizumi T and Anaya Kesi was the anchor. Almost say a reporter or your reporter if you want to say now man ride Oman at Lake for 1 hour.
Can you imagine?
For 1 mile, I said, Oman ride for over 1 mile. So 1 mile. It's my question is, Bonnie Ben and Kwalawi Momoye. You see why sometimes some of us are so passionate about the way I am penning for a wasting of money seeker to the detriment of innocent children like those who have died. Man, it should be a common question. The most pertinent question every human being said the nanado kasabi no bisa say Mahama Bobisia. The question everybody must ask Mahama and it's Sikano wedding. Ewahin. The question and then you see bisa nanado and then buying for say. Inti Kuruna Nkolane Tisono. Into me and Mao school. What can I say last year? Yeah, finally, same story. I think it was this Kufurudia correspondent, Michael Akufi. And Kwalabi Ko School, so a car kobo muku, okay, Eastern region.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember.
They had to walk out to Omu school, so okay.
Yeah, Mikaipa, we did it.
Yeah. Car bo muku. Kromha, Manucho Sauti Holdina.
Yes.
Over school or Worcester.
No way.
Uti Worcester, Abeko school Leicester.
No way.
Anna Webster.
No grounds. Everything you have should be within reach.
Every community.
Now every crowd, Uti Worcester, I see a crowd. Now, what baby, Oti, and they will be baby, I meet here. What do you mean, co school? Ho? Exactly. You said, baby, square bay, and that's all.
Exactly.
Only about 2 or 3 choices.
Yeah. It is zip coded.
Yeah, exactly.
No, our school is zip coded. Baby, I would say near the whole zip code amount.
These are these 4 choices. Choose one.
So, we don't be na ya kran na ya raho. And rather, na me bisa ni say, it's a how many MP they do.
Yeah, they have.
How many district chief executive they do. How many nadmo? It's a na ya orchestra was asking say, we mono chia ketua, sebi nkwasi aketua. And they do nothing. Next to nothing to better the lives of the people they represent. Omukwa sikana omubenya allowance omubenya and here omu enye nkwada no a omu tekodo so and these same politicians emre so say they ba beto aba na omu asan ba omu be hihye ebo be kan sama kyerɛ and then they win and go for the next 4 years. We don't hear from them, and they don't change our lives. They don't practically do anything with the aim of improving our lives, except theirs.
Now, Obi Krasamo can say, Ne papa, I didn't mammy, and fire and Ramame show some non to about mount. Na bebo or no name Mahon Baya, not the oil the money. You're quite nearby.
That's exactly what I'm saying, Kalu. And it's so pathetic. The right word this morning for this topic, and now you see, it's so pathetic. Sometimes, this week, because sometimes in journalism you have to sit on agenda and follow the agenda, because your more party being who buying what Ghana to do say you free a dream. Me MPP me NDC ni say and we have to take it out. Na yenka say Ghana for enti sadeɛ ne nkoye ma ban na teso na sabi odi nsɛmfo a wo sɛ me ka kyerɛ ma ban sɛ enye wonti na me support party enye wonti na me di mu akyi sɛ mu na mo policies a mo de betia yɛ o man ni ye mo na mo developmental project mo na mo ideas a mo betumi de abɛyɛ o man no ye ɛyɛ so sad hwenkwala ino manacho ka asɛmbi oh, or see, you will be Okuma. The entire Ankwala matter so much. America, any the developed countries near say, in Nim Aquadebi Adachi. And I know aristocrats, even Bill Gates, and all these people, in Nim Aquadebi Adachi. Minya sure said Joe Biden, no, him said Joe Biden, Babe, president. You Joe Biden, in history, anybody, mommy free. And then Abrabo, Joe Biden wasn't born into a wealthy family. What I say? Barack Obama, immigrant from Kenya. You think Biden and Barack's mom knew I am migrating to the United States? So said the Nana and I'm a president of America? No. That's why Manucho was saying, "It's a Krum Kwadangu Yamo." Aristocrats, Bill Gates, they were born to say the answer. We don't know the future of our kids, so also they don't. That's why Omushen Kwalayi, so that Omunia will be able to me and maximizing the talent and to me able to the potentials and in the future. So Bagana dear Manucho Anasa Kalusha Mubakuna Namoka say. As your fan normal, was it Manucho or Kalusha? One of you was saying, he said, as a Ghana, you're fan normal.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I'm kind say, would yeah, I mean,
so, we normalize abnormalities. Anybody will be a name, a quite beautiful film. But, oh, yeah, or minus, oh, yeah, buying out Tesla. Oh, what for the was a we now, Boa bomb, man for who buying. You are from disaster, there will be to me, see disaster. So, Obian to me see disaster who crying forever. And the Chrome had disaster here, Mebuamanu. Disaster here. Obi to me treat you. No, I could
yes.
When it's here, those are all said, even gun laws are not a deal with Chrome has a Republicans for the Macoin. Amayaye. Now, gun control, gun shootings a baby bray. Unso Mama Kwama by the higher policies, maybe. Even though in do level, now Mupese Eduno. With regards to gun control, but at least something has been done. Advances has been made. Oh my, what my policies maybe. In Tibio, you see, we are no more for watching because gun control. I'm free say Kruma so. Oh my, yes, I'm for bear, I'm for bunny. People should be able to protect and self-defense themselves. Oh, by Ghana, Diana, Entina Nano Manucho, Namika, and Anado by Mikasa. Mika and Anna Kalusha tried to defend the Anamika, Miami with testimony. Me come Chilcom Pacoso, Eshiaso, free SHSC, Ebisio. Mahama Dayo, CCC, free SHS near the Adano. Ebio, why can't we build on that? Now you're making sure, say, I didn't necessarily be in the Chrome, not primary school. Because we got more 9 years, not just almost as well primary school. We didn't primary 3.
Oh, yes.
Because almost a Ghana, you start primary 1 at the age of 6.
Primary 6, like average about
primary 6. Ghana started primary. Ubeko P1, now 6 years.
Yes. Some are 5, but 6 is there. normal.
Yeah, the standard age.
Yeah, maybe
Come hakra. Come hakra.
One see why na. Yembeno.
Kalusa me ka say me ya ma me nka ni ja yembeno no. Whether me ka say we na ma me ka say be quite fine. Eni po bi ma ko wu ya bra yempani fo disika say no. Comedy sika bebrebe o ma to ahia say no. Ya cast now. What news is more touching than this one? Kalu. Let me hear we call man ka say be ma okay. The National Cathedral issue, this for your master son. I think that this story touches me more than those ones. And it's so pathetic. Just look at Kalusha, the Obafemi Fefe or Ghana. Now imagine in your head, so when I told Nanka, you sit in the Kaneka studio, you would have never been able to come. So at the end of 20, we don't feel it, but it's about time we empathize with other people going through these traumatic situations. Yes, sir, Ghana you're penning for. Yes, sir, you're parliamentarians. This is not something that should be going on and on. And kwadai omo school omo ni nkonya peso nkrobi nsukra omo ni school. Na no ami ti reporter no mami chu o se nkohwe kro na nkonfo ni team no pa ba mu twa kwan ansa no mako school no. I said they are not part of Ghana.
Maybe so. Say the ballot paper boss ko si pepe.
Oh. Kadiem krani. Last time man kan je mo say my wife called Ghana. So me can my cast story we had me
yes.
Me cast here call Eastern region. Ko chase kasa. Yeah, ni we ho ya. Baby, you almost would like to damanucho. Now, manga say park a car and you got na Ghana kind of pick up Kia no bi. And we didn't ya Samsung na car ni timi chia na ni type ba ko hwe
It be so.
Because chrono car ke 20 min koso. Nti e call on e bi sa mo say nti politicians no me campaign wa ho hwe. Campaign time do what they come.
They come. They know them.
It's motion ni party dia ti say na mo already we mo bona yem penny for omo hu so mo be dia to improve the lives of the citizenry.
Yeah.
Especially those in the depressed communities. Omo ni school. Now when school crowd anyway, just imagine the hospital there. Huh? And I know near the same story mo kai obi fa painful dia.
Yeah. Mikai?
Yes, sad.
Yes, skillful.
Yes, sad. So, I think that, Kalu, if I say I'll go on and on and on, I'll go and I will almost a life jacket to cry anyhow. So, life jacket to cry, ni pen ni bi. Se mu fu se baby an kwala ni ko school ni ntimi ti school kra ma omu kroma at least enka we say ye wo opening dia Anopa no obekanu nkwala no edi omu akọ school and back in so baby omu teno omu ti voter lake ho so they might think say omu nim ensuru kanu but omu ye nkwala so I think that some of these things should have been put in place. So omo abeko school baby omo kono I say kanu opening dia obekanu omo di omo akọ wa jaya mankwada mako say enwotwe ahwere omo nkwa adai Ghana omo beni kalu famije omo
we da see opo national manu say je be do no akwadonko o se Ghana be din enye Akufo-Addo type says Adam and mo bi ho bi emblem Akufo-Addo akwadonko esemo de abebetu dwa no na Dr. Esibe Yeboah de na obeka na on say yeah on bi aba say on do di say Oforiata onko ne enko kira obetra ho saa te say ninia oninia de Akufo-Addo do nu say ninia ne bo adwuma de anya de a obesake no na lanchemati su de na no bebetu ayim say say Akufo-Addo a opese ode individual bond holders ne beka sa debt exchange no domestic debt exchange no or otete opese otete Ghana for bedu da achibi no omo investment any attractive
yeah
we go do see no one we opese o so msika di no mo ye no manicho omo the next 10 minutes e wo anim no manicho for some years mensa we bom na kika bom na afi yenko yenim na me say we so kwa iskasem okujato I say a national cathedral no be $1 billion $1 billion. But to me, say almost 350. Don't know GD say about $1 billion.
Yes.
Dollars. I bet we see that maybe. Do Manicho, Manenko.
Yeah, I think it don't. One kind of bonnet. I think that Ghana and easy. It has been tough for a long time, but you see, sometimes. Yes. You see, but when people like her begin to talk like this or be given the platform to really spice Ghanaians like this, then it's painful. It tells you that we have a long way to go. Because politicians is about power. He talks about ameliorating, improving the life of the people. And you know, Akufo-Addo took not less than 8 years to really appeal to the conscience of Ghanaians for him to do us good. And I remember Akufo time in Akufo power in Akufo-Addo. He's one of the very good podium speakers and also campaign platform speakers. Because that time we Rollins cried way na on your chance 1996 near the that's how he was going. Say and this one to Bentua the Antianum to win power. And when he had a chamon summon improving my lives, men chamu say Jumani idea bebu. And if the exact opposite is happening now for Kana, so you throw it to them, say Mayan Jana and Ghana Eden Dada. I mean, it's solely come from a woman that I can really half and half river rant and leave it there. Politicians and associations could do one. I remember she was at Royal Senche during the Mohammed's time. See a economic meeting at Ghana because she was taken there. She was also taken to Italy. Almost I need to play more Italy. Kovo besides here, no quite then. Kovo say be a could send you and two senior there. It didn't come to fruition. Party and now he has metamorphosed. Was a son who such characters, dubious characters. Was his MPP or baby spokesperson. When Ghanaians came, said things are tough. Then she decides to. Sometimes you leave the personality out. I only give a little background about her because people might even have forgotten about her. She only gets herself into the news. She does tragic comedy, or tries to a comedy, but sometimes it's tragic, and it doesn't really call for. You can say make everybody better than we, but the truth is that improvement in Obia. Say first not say me eduane in there, at least try and let me get 1 square meal. Now she say one is me nimkra if you know maminya eduane in there. I shouldn't talk because I didn't that. I'll leave it for when Michael Sibe. I mean he's on our car bonds assembly at the end say, and he couldn't have said it any better. That I could do is playing with the conscience of Ghanaians. When it comes to Kenoforiata, people have been complaining. Ghanaians have been complaining to the extent that 98 MPs are appealing said they might not know Okache and say we no way no IMF negotiations no budget no we are then you can make that discussion and do maybe an audit trade ministry class of pen so Sisiano Max is telling you that the president looks like he's so much in love with the job that his cousin is doing, so there's no being if you want him, and you don't need a rocket scientist to tell you this is not a prophecy, this is not even a prediction. It's as an obvious if you look at it, it's one of the things we call that it's an obvious thing that Sano Hono. So there's no way we should be worried. We should be thinking that within the next 22 months, okay, the president is so dead bent on really changing him. But because the complaint is that if a man drives a bus into a ditch, sometimes it's very difficult to believe that he can take us off the ditch and put us on a straight road. There's a reason that we change the driver at least to forestall some confidence, investor confidence. Now, it's our foreign partners also bring confidence that at least it looks like a new wave is blowing in Ghana. But President Yenye, I mean, he said, Chairman 10, I mean, on the DDEP, domestic debt and exchange program, no, I mean, he couldn't have said it any better. I mean, this man is carving his own niche, because the truth is that he said that the individual bondholders, say, it will just erode all the confidence that people have in the banks, and they must start not saving. We are getting to the level because I listened to a man yesterday. He suffered a Ponzi scheme 2010. It was a Ponzi scheme in Ghana. Basa, you piram, you resource 500 near there. Scam. So people now began to believe that I saw Koto Treasury bills for Bank of Ghana, and I said commercial bank, and I said Koto bonds. Then now, that is where domestic debt exchange program and then a person don't saka. Then you how well be the confidence be and comfort starts almost saving money. People take money to the banks now. Say I don't go to bank. Just say unshun way. It gets to a point. That's this kind of person in a second. in the midst of all this, we are still thinking about getting the cathedral sorted. And the crown of John won't hear. Sometimes you don't know whether they are being robots or they just don't care about people's feelings. And I also say it's just their fantasies, childhood fantasies. Now, I'm for feeling no more. Say, that attitude sometimes it's painful. Okuja Blacker couldn't have said it any better than this. That, I shall say some of these things were speculative. I wanted more information. I'm reading the story. Yeah, there's some figures. I say, Judicial Training School. About $50 million. You see, passport office about $10 million. I don't know why it's quoting those amounts, but these are some of the little money. So you say, "Funky count."
Malian embassy
Into Kobubuno. Into all these things, and cut 350. And yes, some of the compensation near there in a rebuilding near the Nyano. It's not part of this money. It say, "Oh no, when you chance to see the bill of quantities near there." We say no. Now when you see in fact, people are mischievously because in a serious project anchor from demolition right down to relocation and rebuilding in your sort of account, no mind right figure to do away with it because we're a consultant. It's not outside your scope. It is what the Ninyaki count, such as all the side way Ninyaki count say compensation, relocation, you should be heading towards $1 billion at then. Then kwan ye pese na airport and cry na ye didi a twambo gas plant na ye didi won yan ye see ne say how much was it in a place of that you are going to pray to God and hope for the best abra subaniense san no ye di esike nyine ye ho di nyina. That is why we are channeling all our resources and our strengths to. It doesn't look good as a government. They need to really start setting up. I mean just say all many people we be board of trustees members na mpona start aka say and how the enter bompo de monka say mamiesi. But some of the controversies are around that there. So I think that adding those figures, and I agree with Okuja Traveler in a quick way, say, you're careful. The price you are being given in Ampon, your best CD. Added to started from 100 million, about 200, 250, and I'm 350. No. By the time that edifice, Matisse, we Bible museum in our honor. Now, Israel, say, you see, I am Israel, Bumana. You see, I know because I could choose can wash and Israel will be a 10 of the past. And I said,
I'm not quite a say National Cathedral, now Crown Kwana, on between Sinu. Maybe a crack Kwana, Sabi be a move Sinu. Now Cromney land beer.
Some must say vision, I don't know about me, I saw for beer crack. I said, Honoma, that holy place, Nana, yes, yes, Sinu. Some of us agitated, say, Faco places are, what call Italy, Malpensa, nah, we on airport in Milan, the airport, international airport, any Milan proper, or Malpensa. Now I say because Washington Dallas airport sample we need Washington Dallas or Virginia, but Washington other so because they want it to be that's the most direct way and our closest way. People do some of these things. Sanka we seen one someone put on their crowd to Diana to swa and I say baby because Agleme then it will even develop those areas too. You can't see no way. You get people pro will tell you that in Yemibo may say center of the town. You see one man, National Theatre, they just want to break buildings. Somebody's whim and beliefs. I mean, sometimes you don't know that architectural thinking and also engineering thinking that goes into it. But unfortunately, everything has been politicized. You get politicians, engineers like me, who should be thinking on their feet. That how do places develop? You put a very central edifice there. We could see one kwandia, whichever way people will rally around it. A crop baby and wow. Menotti, Obeka say, California wa papa. Bosuo to California, Obeka say New York wa papa. They are all human beings. So it depends how you're able to harness the potential and use it to your benefit and not to your own benefit. But as it stands now in the that's what I say. Ma'am, chance I mean count one or two be I reach out for no so I may quickly run out. Amok. I think that where there no. Kwesi Pratt quickly coming in to say that or you're consulting Mahama Mahama is not in favor. Then I've listened to Wayne so Fifi Kwete saying that everybody who matters, especially about Wayne didn't say Yenfa. You see, they are in two faces, and the Mahama.
Yes. You know, NDC for MPs, you know, leadership in the parliament. You know, they are surprised about this reshuffle, and a minority. Your friend saying minority reshuffle no Mama. Fifi Kwete because Mama consulted them. Mama so advised Mama advised against changing this
Kwesi Pratt then. So highly informed.
I hear one say was mandatory reshuffle 2022 election will be on economy and we put on
a Johnson saying
that's more cano. Maybe say parliamentarians, are they not omoye loss or we anti first a battle an economic debate on Ben. Nyamra no moshe and that's a debate an economic
yeah, some shemra, but they are all facets of our community and also our country. We are supposed to be. They have experts in those fields that we have discussions to before generally and explain to those who don't even know, because you have engineers there, you have lawyers, we have other fields of doctors. They have some in there. So the idea is that in terms of more select committees those things. But the truth here is that adding everything, shaking together, I think it might be a costly one. It doesn't look like it's coming, the timing, and two, the people involved themselves, it look like a bit of a demotion. I don't think that they themselves, so you see, I believe in one thing, say, if you have people in authority, that's a person let them do the way themselves, the pronouncement themselves. We are in communication, it helps. You don't sack a Wenger, you let Wenger say that I am leaving. It's very important. Then the person goes with his head up. So discuss with them, let them stand in parliament, and even or hold a press conference to say that for some reasons they want to change their fronts now, blah blah blah. But how do I do it helps their candidature and their supremacy and even their following will calm down. You see, they're shouting internally because they are not happy. Why would they just take them? It looks like they've kicked their own out. Any idea? And I would say the reason subscribing now, it's not really helping. I said to say that it looks like this 2024 will be the economy. So maybe you are seeing that there will be will be a tough one to crack into. But even in that regard, it doesn't mean or say he's not an economist, and they are still there. After new markings, parliament they are doing the day-to-day debate against Haruna and Muntaka. So why? And you can't tell me that Haruna and Muntaka have not been resolved. I have my own personal problems with them. Which sometimes I discuss some with other way near there. If those are some of the things emanating, sometimes not radio friendly, and no, sometimes tell the truth. That say. Well, so take church and familiarity breeds contempt, and they've been there for some time. So you know the familiarity near there they are having with a certain government near there. So maybe if those things have been mentioned, it should maybe for political reasons they don't want to talk about it. But sometimes you expect them to be very vociferous and help them. Remember what happened that you say a bribe man, you be vetio be a muntaka munya boma later no way. And also Asemba, which the top block has been so vocal, trying to put the anti-government sentiments in Haruna and Muntaka, they are just there. What parliament is here, they be a time no you top block dinner bo munya. Okuja top block dinner. It looks like on one or age man. Then Haruna and Muntaka, what are they doing? They are not even speaking. Okay, then you can count some nerves. But if you sit back and just decide that in a very economic fight, in a say, when say, you see, and Mahama, my lesser problem with him. This election will not be based on acting like a dam just to win the power. The ground is agitated. Then a senior journalist throws in that you are not in support. Maybe he will be careful. Because one can say, okay, it's a typical explanation given to what you call a palace school. What's it? Palace one man you are shakunja. No, any say bloom, say been out what won't call for. That's how it looks. Because up till now, the old leaders have not spoken. They need to be careful. Or more bet you are self-distracted. But I feel they need to handle this thing well. The new ones look like they are radicals. The radicals have taken over and they are showing their radicalism right from day one. And if they are not careful, the moderate ones will give up, and that is where the problem will be. Because I said 50-20, yeah, he signed the letter. Everybody's in agreement. I said Ketia is granting interviews. Yes, I mean, we need a new paradigm, blah, 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 blah. You need to be careful. 2 years into going into an election, this is not the time to be rocking the boat so badly that people feel agitated. I saw a banner walking around that trust of Fusu, I'm for president in there. I'm only hoping that it's just one of those jokes. Now, yes, sir, people will not be happy and they will just put sand in their gari. By that, their radicalism, if they are not careful. Because I'm not sure that anybody sitting down will be happy. I the trolling moment. I feel marking now the Crombeka they actually Aruna more. And you see, unfortunate part is they are still in parliament. They are going to leave their seats to go and join the back seat. And we are putting some of these fledglings. They are learning under the feet of the Arunes and who have been there for a long time. Muntake and who have been there no less than 3-4 times. Now you're taking them and brought some of these ones. We can't say they are not good, but the point is the timing and everything that might just be the Achilles heel if they are not careful and the way they handle this one.
Okay, thank you so much, Mani Chuba Gandhi. Opo, Baba Sonafe, also the one who did say Baba. Opo National.
Opo National. Responders no.
And then what for and Wakasa for them.
Mom, acknowledgement, Kakana.
Fast, so
Gold Coast, only a Gold Coast Dream Market, money. A couple of them are in there. I'm not incriminated down to the.
Oh, okay. Then everywhere.
Papa, we were
Hey, Gold Coast Catering Services and Restaurant for so almost 8 Blackstone Rivers Road. I want to call because the papa fee. Say a taste of excellence. Omoduane no mu hwamie pa. The duane ba ko a obi pe ne banku ne katenkwan ankruma kakra ewo chi ne ntwidame atoto. A ye dia bon katenkwan kama pa no meye. Omusa baked chicken. And so utimi die duane bia pe bia mo jollof fried rice. Ani bibia obetumi di sa baked chicken ana a great chicken no etumi di edi. The only restaurant, African restaurant and African American restaurant, the whole New England, so more drive-through. And so, quite a bit me, na bit me alcohol, so I could tell the Baba, never the Diama Wato, let me be to me, I can kind. Call Gold Coast Catering Service and Restaurant. Na, and Papa. More person, more my friends, take out, no, no, my weakness or fair. Of us 774 420 7766. 774-420-7766. Gold Coast Catering Services and Restaurant. Now no mundi so. Na utu mediane na woni beje mediane ametape opa ne eba ene agusi. Eno so boso pa kama. E dey free so Kumasi Market. Kumasi Market say yanka cham say New Year promotions no and New Year promotion. No that's what discount no. So twagua kama nti wokwa akokodi udwa Kumasi Market 852 Main Street omone Dunkin Donuts na Dunkin Donuts on Main Street na ehwe nimu ko na kokodi udwa bia Africa Market bia pe bia no wokwa obenya bia to the bonus to that form kama na wokwa wasanya discount na bibia tumi akọ nkan Kumasi Market so betwa from 508 754 2215 508 754 2215. Ave yanko Anochi trading. Also for Anochi and then the wife. More 54 Hamilton Street and 58 for Hamilton Street. 54 no African market okwa wetu akodi akoto bibia opebia kofi wa momone jene ntosu zomi ngo bibia African market bibia nambia African macro bibia akwa benye biato ono mso no master kama pa kokodi ho oni beji afa 58 Hamilton Street I want a cold store no mo cold store no mo nam no fresh one okwa the pepimpanium red sniper yuru omo ti se ono mo yuru nam ni na fish bia wo bia no mo bi macro Simon bibia omo bi ho na almost I turn confirm no turn adaka and almost I turn half and also I confirm I say o de bon kwan ye no ma bia ma no ye party bi na pen confirm the person dey a o kwa betumi anya bi na wetumi aye na de man en say o kokoto fish na o me ready ho kama na mo twitwa pieces a bia no na mo twitwa mama na bibia tumi akonkan eti fair Anochi trading or 508 304 6768 508-304-6768. Side Makwe and also I saying a marriage median mom. The Akamuno, Yabba Poa, Medis, Balance and I'm a corner, Dream African Market and Dream African Market. I know Paul Amantemo, Occidental for more Banco 369 Banco Street. 369 Banco Street, Mamma Lincoln Village, in his son, West Boys in surrounding area one. Now more back Main Street at Bedija, Nana Mania Hano. They said they be about time when I know a it says so a new store, and as African market will be a Quaba promotion, and then a far Quaba promotion, and also cost with the day or Kodija or Dream African Market, all 369 Banco Street. Now, Unuhuda. Unomno manie for more dream for number 774 578 5204 from no mdija na bibia betumi akonkan opo manu anonko
Tingalumi da say engineering started from him
what was started every akuadonko I say Alan Mushu no okuta Thomas Kaskasem no na fe ebia na atiesi emoko yi NDC omo
okay mama starting with the akuadonko issue no
okay
yeah mama akuadonko say Ghana ye din da iti mo bia mo Muhammad Triso sorry if I'm saying Nana do Triso na come any ahochre start if you ada I mean she has said it is true say ahochre all over it's been there we are see baby but I know something na ya to aba say ye best san obi udi so o my hu ntoy said e be ya the obeba no so betimi be policies abebo ama ya nwato but let's quickly look at this and address it this way say kalu say can say there and na ma me akua don ko ayem fom so bebre o because no person be the president no dey na no ba be if the simple excuse is yeah, so what the kind you know what we have to that. Yeah, and you bad now be because the essence is to come and change things that are not being done right and to improve the lives of your people. But if you feel that we have to that. But isn't it shocking and surprising that Akuadonko was in support of Mahama, hailing Mahama left, right, center, and then turn against Mahama, and then blasting President Akufo-Addo, sometimes using some unprintable words, and then all of a sudden, Wabeye, the kingpin of Nanado's government, by supporting and defending everything. I think that but there are sometimes some of these stories that I don't think she's serious. But let's look at it from this angle. So you can say a common we are dada, and as a hotel order than cheap, Maubia and Cananado assembly. And then Nanado number one would have never been president. Because Kalusa Uti and someone Nanado can yet to see so come the Nanado knew that ne common we are dada another one.
Yes.
And this only send a common we are dada no catch us to see so by the common day. Na sisi wabe tres ikano so na me pese me didi na okache mse na kom wo wiase dada na okache na owe fi so okache mse na tisika so na kom de ina me ka say don costo no kwade it doesn't fly you say wiase ahoche o bebia but good policies also mampani bi betina so na obon ho modern who said the assessor oye kra na ahoche o ho then it's justifiable but when the wastage is near too much. It's too much. Oh no, I don't go. I say even when Mahama flew her to Italy near day, a lot of people had issues. Say, at the end of Okoye, at the end of Okofadia Bagana, the other Boama and Abesisa, the ID or Ghana. The wastages are too much. And some few years ago, I don't go Ubeka or Mahama say Mahama as Asidan or Mahama, yes, Mahama Nama, Komaba Mahama Nama Uchaba. My point is, whether it is Mahama or Akufo-Addo, we should sing the same song. Whoever is in power, or mine Ukuya, your Bonipa Krabaso, and Kuya, I was say, Mamma, my end, Dania, the Bidi, your Funti, Nayas, the Science at every time. Moving on to the no story, Dr. Asibi Yabua was talking about, okay, for that, I want Asampa, I could see same phone and Edin Kobo, and then I think Adum TV. And okay, and who's a former chairman of finance committee in parliament, and he's a former NPP MP, who couldn't get the nod again to go. You know what? Okasai about extensively. If you listen to the interview, and he made a lot of sense. Now Obi Kra at a point was jokingly asking him, say, and he couldn't give a direct answer. And Oka said, say I'm frame. Say I'm and I say no, the position is going to be filled this week. And I say and I say once the call hasn't come, it's not me because the position is going to be filled this week. But that was just part of the interview. They all kind of say, Nanado, Dankwa, Ekufado, and from Subia, Nimia, another cousin of Foria Tire. Why? He sees everything of Foria Tire as perfect. So if everything you have done in my eyes is perfect, Kalu Ubetini Aka, the interest in me in the yeah, if everything you are doing is fantastic, Juan said and he did touch base on E-levy. Or say parliamentarians no crano at a point. Any kind of Tamushia say E-levy no and come and reduce no. NPP also reduce the E-levy to 1.5%. But he did not listen to them. So in issues are a critical problem among NPP political party no. And then Nanado Dr. Sivik as Nanado and Kaso being Uforiata deal. Because Obi was trying to say, so send Nanado see a man in here, IMF in Uni. No, say no, one cassette, he has said it nowhere. Send me ready. Or some money in Uni, then we revisit the topic. So the president is happy. And Luna, Emma, you can't the impudence. Any, how sometimes if you use Nanado, I power engulfed, why arrogant. Because I will move on my phone say, Papa, we are Juma Oyan, and so any wow party members, any political party MPs, or wow party, Musi, any Juma, before you have to Papa, no one tranche. Now, stuck to your guns and say, I'm the president. And to me, you know, for you to resign, let's just say, I say everything that is being done, a favor president, you know, if it doesn't favor you, you would have taken action. I totally agree with Dr. Asibe Yabua. So Nanado is okay. So Foriata, let's forget about Foriata getting sacked or being kicked out of office. Because from the look of things, it is not going to happen. Indeed, if Ghana for expectations, and MP's expectation is maybe you Foriata idea. I think it's about time we die that dream because it's not going to be a reality. Now, Yansha Kujua and Shamatin. A question the Onuana buyer now come was a film. Not to include individual bondholders or debt exchange program na a buying a pesa oil. Now uti Kojal and Jamatin a take on the issue now. Number one, Kalu or say a dangerous to Ghana economy no. Unse sasim we ya can. And now society number two say it will let people lose omo appetite, any omo desire, omo say omo be save. Na ba say Ghana ye banks no ho. Na ubia nya nisika. Na usoro the sika be kwa to banker. Kalusha, when what will happen to the economy? The economy will crumble. The banks, the banking sector, the finance sector will crash. So nimza.
Yeah.
Bank is gonna so be amfani sika nko to bank ho bank na empty. When you say Sika educato banks, no, and one are buying Jessicano at the year Juma, Nadian Pasona banks, no, so did the bomb a bob. Do you know that?
Yes.
Which is why DDE program, no, a debt exchange program, winner, Ecos, no, are buying any abrace, individual bondholders, or more Musika war are buying only banks, I hold on. On farm Maomono. And Kojola and Chamatin couldn't have said it better. Because Kalusha, my young from practicalizing here, Brabum. Kalusha uti way, but uti me.
It's your part.
Uti way now what year Juma no when you're better to say yeah $10,000. So now the $10,000 no so the aqua to account to. So what the $10,000 now go to account to what they go to account to and I feel when we say no, dear Bruno, who say we savings kakra. Into this kind of investment, thinking say I buy no CD promotion and banks no on behalf of CD promotion into Ukutubi. So Ukutubi no when you for dachi. Not all of a sudden I could invest for about 2-3 years and I am fan say 5 years. Not 5 years now so now buying say the Rusika now the BC and I mean to me farmers is yeah. because me watch me. And yet the watcher and said yeah disaster. The watcher because of mismanagement. And it just wasting of public purse and no bad affect to Kalusha. And she said, no, see, we are Kalu. Me simple question, maybe sound is there. A very interest to the desire and appetite to say, what's in your 10,000 be more than to DCU?
No. Sir, yes, I don't. Kofoko won't invest in say, or should you call a
yeah, because and then what's I'm for a channel to us. So, if I invest and you are telling me my money is gone, I can't get it. If I want to take my money now, after investing my money for 5 years or 10 years, I won't get any interest. How is that going to interest me to further invest in the economy? And no, Kojo Alanjamate can say there, MPP are buying all year, so man, you're careful. And then individuals and foreigners are almost some investing or country, no, Omo.
No, poor, I mean to try to cry. Some investment, I'm all for Suano baby. I'm all for invest a Chomudi. That's a tilapia farming business. So our cry a Chomudi, and they've been mobile crying, mammy, no except a officer or no the scout cocoje or the coco shame, and then I discard coco more, minim, and now almighty men's good. And also ya chomedi and you can afford this car individual companies muna omo sika ya chomedi na or the kwakoshe banga onu say ho de banga no na need aso no betumi akọ top mount enya hu sika di na oban so oban ko chichi minisa agia na say okoya no ba okọ a private individual enye ye okọ a government institutions enye ye nti o individual no be mo dey.
Every country's hope of flourishing in the banking and financial sector. Kalusha ya adajinese sa show we a friend of Money Heist. It's on Netflix about I think 2021. A series but at the end of the show no a friend is saying Unkofobi ko Heist bank omo basically ko Bank of Spain omo gold in the movie omo treasury. So I say and just a matter of 30-45 minutes amount 40 say Spanish Bank of Spain gold reserve has been stolen and one is say a stock a timber from and the bank was scrambling call Bank of Europe for help. Bank of Europe say they don't have trust in them say because they've lost all their treasury and within some few minutes Spain was crumbling in the movie. So Emma Roberts no we are good no Emma munya bargaining chip any president no any call for a bargaining Emma abino eka so mo pa good no bra no munya ayi mo passport mo no mun free o mine and then they will tell the whole country say you're shooting Kofone Kuomo in course of the operation. You know why? Because the government thought to say if I kill these people and I don't get the good, the economy is done. The country will crumble and the repercussions on the innocent lives no more than say let's free those 8 people and then get the country running again. What I said. I'm not saying say a good venture, but the movie need any scenario I will say so on my what you want financial sector no crumble pay or last chip or bargaining chip no is dead, is gone. That's why when President Kufuor was in government banking sector and the financial sector and flourish here with fear not banks chase you for loan because the confidence of the economy was so high that no be at the Sika Koto bank and when the more money goes to bank the more banks no swinye Sika the Bobisia until the Kojo Lanjamate can say the MPP are buying include individual bond holders no a best say economy no a best say financial sector no and the appetite and the desire for the citizenry both foreign and local to invest and to save a better day. And if that happens, in general, I'm a kind financial expert to be so no kasa in the same line as Alan Chamate, the Oka say Kufuor the oil and one year careful obe crash Ghana, the banking sector. So I think that the government should be very careful and it is self for real like I say many banks, almost reaching an agreement. But we need individual bondholders more than they can. I think I say tread cautiously. Now you read between the lines so we can take the right decisions and make sure that the economy doesn't suffer in the long run. Moving on to, I think that the last topic can all be phone lines near NDC issues. Remember?
That's correct. Yeah, NDC issues.
I mean, touch base here, no kakra. In Galusha, I mean, can't say we. Meaning last week near Kasa about NDC say, I make can't say we. I'll be very honest and candid with my delivery this morning. I think that NDC party, number one, I see Dunketia is bullying people in the party. Do you remember the story of Kokuido?
Yes.
And how Kokuido got placed and now he's no longer an active member of the NDC? As I said, Afan who said he's a demigod in the party and he can do whatever he wants to do. I can unauthoritatively tell you that this thing that is going on, the doing of a Dunketia is a major. Because I listened extensively to other shows yesterday. Unim said time now I'm corporate chairmanship. No. NDC MPs now yet 2 or more days. No. The Muntakas, the Haruna Idrisus, and the likes. No. Ken Galusha, did you know that they all supported Ufusampofu?
No.
Yeah. They supported Ufusampofu. And for that matter, Oman support. You see, when Alan Shamatin gave his speech, and I'm referring back to Alan, because Alan Kasana Nan Wabeka Sayano, that contain a lot of Enyoma Ghana Yelake. Okay, so about political divisiveness. Okay.
There can't be of power, no.
Any arrogance of power.
Arrogance of power, yeah.
Political divisiveness and arrogance of power. And you know, say, say Ghana, no say, but internal elections, say, you support to there, then it is not democracy.
And Anopa, as I said, issue a personal vendetta against those guys in the minority.
Of course, that is what is going on. And I see practice, we are disappointed in him. Because he practice becoming a defender of NDC, and Mahama, for that matter. If you read his article and his delivery this morning, or say, on Nkrophobic aside, and Nkrophone say, Mahama, they are not on Fuaso. Mahama didn't give the green light to what Esidun Ketia and Sami Jamfimu wanted to do. But Fifi Kwete, being the general secretary of the party, to say, Mahama, go to Joy and read what Fifi Kwete said. Or say, everybody that mattered in the party, that needed to be consulted, including Mahama and everybody, was consulted. Because party image building Mahama because he's aware that NDC fans and you're popular with the decisions they've taken or what. I'm telling you for a fact. So if John Dramani Mahama, if he was not in support of this, there was no way and Komube to me taking the decision without Mahama's approval because Sebasa Adiane Sedun Ketia were a hypocrite. Sebasa Sedun Ketia were a hypocrite. Because the Sedun Ketia made us all aware by the audio about or decided to contest for chairmanship on the basis of some powerful positions are not all mema and are not constitution and this constitution man quite say all appointed people omuka say omunja 2 positions na Mahama eba no more appointed positions and for some people disagreed and because of some people disagreed Mahama allowed them to appoint those positions. And what happened? What happened was Asedun Ketia decided to contest Ofosuampofu on the basis he said, for disrespecting Mahama, who was going to be the flag bearer of the party. To the point in it says Mahama disagree. Say more yes and as a Johnson Asedun Ketia also and Miss Amidemfi and the Omutumi years now is Kalisha, what's the point? And I say, now reading between the lines and room. That's what I'm saying. Kwesi Pat shouldn't come out now. Kwesi Pat, you're a senior journalist. If you want to get an information from Mahama, you can go. You can get to Mahama and find out from him.
But Kwesi Pat, I take this will be say, and if Mahama caution against this move, I think it's most unfair to state publicly that he was involved in arriving at this decision. Now, or catch a Fifi private quarter and say, only power. No, say, information on
from other people close to Mahama, Mahama was not in support. And also say if Mahama was not evil, and you know say if Mahama was not in support, no most of the other two guys say Mahama was duly consulted and he fully supported it. It's unfair. And on America say who could see Pratino? You are a seasoned journalist, a journalist of repute. Why interview Mahama Kranano? If you wanted to find out, say Mahama, who you are aware? Did you give your green light? Why don't you get in touch with Mahama? And because right now the okay, we say if. But the general secretary of the party says Mahama was informed. And if you tell me somebody if any idea who say a backfire no, I don't bet on image building. And see, oh no, they are using you for that game, media. You should have gone further. That's my whole point. I'm very disappointed. Now, so this is where they will get stuck in opposition forever. I'm telling you, and now MPP from Kwana, NDC dismissal. If you will say NDC for a hungry or if you will say a more firing squad, Abua Papo, Deputy Communication Director MPP, or say a more hungry NDC for a more hungry or Muhammad, with a more MPP for Kram. All the
reputable former Central Region Minister. Very simple. Infantini. Kwamna wa defend am say Kwamna. Asemi efa ho musu na unja no ka na am say Kwamna. Asemi ndisi for the nyam asem musu efa ho be. Opo yera fati na yem be line na.
MPP, a member of parliament for Fijia Kwabe North, Collins Adma Kumensa. Onuka will say coup and this year. Or say this is a coup. And I'll call Abua Papo. Also, more NDC for Asham.
Casso, who's member?
I was member. Or say NDC for Asham, a Confu. And now, so a Cletus Avoca.
Yeah, Cletus Avoca, former NDC.
Or see, NDC should eat their humble pie. Not almost every vocal changes immediately. Or see, Mahama Kawu, why Kawu, this is going to crumble and crash the party. So they should eat their humble pie and revoke ill-timed, unstrategic changes now. I think that I say don't get here any Sami Jemfi. Omo ya papa tina bo omo bodo omo so mu dini pen because omo say Sami Jemfi can be because another source also say time and anado appointing ministers now omo ye vetting no who say Sami Jemfi the council are disappointed e wo muntaka Sami Jemfi council are disappointed o muntaka ne Haruna Idris ni other people no say omo ama kwanyama people like Ojo Ponfoma e ba say o conflict of interest or be a juma man who contract any ade Yama Kwaya, Wamuko, and so to pass it through. In the Asina Kahubi, and Omodia. It is Samijanfi, and then alongside the chairman, and a 50 question is is green to the floor, and Oma capitalizing on the but I think it is very unfortunate, and Kokuahidu who say, if you just say, don't get ya, reason how they man say. This election is going to be about the economy there, and you tell Mahama to step down. Now, Papa, a banking officer, Dufour. So Dufour. But if you are saying this election is about economy there, then Dufour should be the right person to lead the NDC and not Mahama. So I think there are a lot of permutations that echo into this thing, but I think it's a very, very bad. What we say NDC supporters and what Amali almost around a party office, no?
Yes.
Mass up demanding changes. Why would you want to create such a chaos at this stage for your party? I think that it's very uncalled for, and they will bear the consequences of this unstrategic and hatred. I call it hatred or coup action. Kalu. Over to you.
All right, Opo na sha meda wase ye pa Opo ona mote den kanu me pa cho afa de edu omo adwumade no eyo omo dia no omo na edu omo su se omo su ebe che omo adwin na afi ye to adwumade ni so aha ye radio 103.9 FM omo ye call line so sia na afi ya kwakọ form na afi omo so ebe che omo adwin but answer na no ma me ka tie for say Oma phone segment Oma so ya say Lemonade Finance omo de app bi a o send cars kamane easy e wo Ghana o send kokomo mo a rate no e da high until no say wa send car ka koma busuafo na busuafo ni beje no mo say yes so obo homodi ye pa enti bomodi na Lemonade Finance wo no ono mo ndi nsaro so na bibia ntumi enko enkan emma user friendly kra odi bibia tututu mo na kwanso a enche naska no eko ba Lemonade me pacho wa ono mane 3995 no ona do so mane why emai
opo minia kalusia kalu mikiao ana anymre ana pay
mejo so
US one
mejo so mane ko
po national na mincha mi ame ho na mincha mi nia olumai eni ona na ojam ana adesa aka nyina kankalusia utirinka
meto nka pa mane ko
aha na me boma baso na ta appointment no mpacho ani de kwanza ho bra se kwanzo endi na na se o mo na de mamu ese edin katia ene general secretary na yes sign on the akoma parliament abambabe say the changes are abani enti you know the akoma enti marenko me kira say tama ye de mamu no say party na na de mamu anya sa yes na fa ite party de mamu nan de duru bebe na party ne gia wa yen system ani boni ne sai when timin mind this in position masa when timin pipe in this mu endis ni bia man focus on na nado amambo na nkoyi no masa me this time no yemma obi mbadada yesao anaye ni ye to abano ye to abano ye need the ho papa ni de we no me ban topic bia ye be sere ye ni atamelefo ye be sere omu ka sere nyani baba ku dia roli se odi onu ka di ni moja ni party ba roli se wai when you play game say general na ye me only say me support general na edruga no kwese ye karo ko na support the leaders na omujunu ho a jondomani mahama ka ho na ye sakoma ye ni problem dia se papa nan ka ho dia and asaga kra ho ba say wonu na be fine say ye nsisa omu a ye ni ho problem ye nya ho dede when ye topic Ghana says I keep ko Ghana ne huche ko Ghana yem fa enu mra na yanka wasam because and they Ghana obia nyiminia obia huche nchi obia nyiminia Ghana yem huche o yem huche we fa je ajani bia mbre table so adiala be na de bebre ka ko ja jaja ne de bebre ka ko ja ude ye wa kuma wai prayer ye ko ba na de so far as me in this for when tin pipe in this muta mina me catch okay medasi akuba Ghana ya me sere wa mina medasi ye pa me pacho wa no man ye 3909 no na do suma nko 3909
kinkalu mami na wase na menchia anotiche ni anotiko so ene mampo mo na menchia incoming president in waiting John Alan Good Chamate Ghana phone your chief Ghana phone your project you see if homecoming 30th January homecoming again we were projecting at the Oba Pantamahon you wish to send our quality contact mini so ni so catch more organizers na basopa na me dey me ko nyina ne say to be the bubuya anoma so mfa no ho as we dey anoma so big na bubu no we ya na china na mo nyine be fa wi mama ono so ho abetiro ye me no bi so ade o ma ye no ana me dey me member mabaso o mo tine resafo Parliament creating a race stuff for any especially another dance for good latter. So on the common about the small race of money. Now we will have to see how also say okay for the only and what about you getting there and this what it really no one Prado de se with nothing and for by in it or one to be the of Lanka. To be started as nano crane and baby. You have no crew man and never wire. Now it would be not now so be I am wire in the
You will be a sort of bit now. No, don't want to.
Yeah, I want to be president 2025.
I promise for me.
Yeah, you
all right, man. Let us see. I don't know, Jambe man. But you know, man, 3255. What I do, man, why 3255. Hello.
Alisha.
Yes.
Alisha, where?
No, where part of where?
You my voice na news nine.
Old man, man,
Kalisha Mamentia, Tama Kodago, Tama 1, Namentia Mr. Dance of Dan Auto Repairs, Namentia College Nina. I think Opo analysis now, ya all kind of emphatic, as a medium fine, I see don't get China planet highway. I think Opo Adriana will name ya Oka. Because we need evidence, yeah, or they can't come out all kind of, or train again. Evidence, yeah, support or someone all kind of. And a decision way and I say don't get ya any damage and fee a decision. So when you for how much now say before we take a decision, I'm a member one throw. Alhaji Mama Idrisu, Dr. Obeda Samwa, Uncle Atoa Hoy, Kwamina Hoy, a friend a colonel retired level latte, Dan Abu Dhabi, to be Kwati, and a Speaker of Parliament, Ankasa. We know now. Before Mutu and I'm all on Mutu, you know. And to look at it, Sammy Danfini way near you, Sammy Danfini there, and all. Passing say one penny phone. Some I hear I don't agree to more ever as a minority leader, and yes, please, then what I don't know. In the parliament, no one now way. And what's the Utia no parliament. No one now way, Omuya, I don't agree to me, ever belly departing. Woman and leaders of parliament are your co-opposition. Some leaders are then as a star. Omuga consult our caucus, no more parliament before Moses Arne this one. I said, look at them one, I recommend the Arne do some Mokoye. Of course, since then, what I'm coaching now as the NDC leaders and Omuga at the area. Get a money at the man, I friend say, I will do some flat on my phone and Omuya didn't know my money. If you say no one ever near, can I win the evidence? Men never been cousin, Sammy and Philly Wemo, and I started. And that's true. And yellow cross, I haven't used to support Bosuo. We are NDC phone, Jenim Jacoso, in the Exalana Duka, Jabatiabano, and the Twabas, Jenim Sika, I used to, a kind of man, your friend says, Ibrahim Mohammed, our Banda MP. So I'm supporting the mosquito. It's the MPs now, or more support to Bosuo. Now I have friends, I don't this on count. It's the young decision, I don't agree to any Sammy Danfi and the Tekie. It is all kind of emphatic. Said the old can and the yellow crack. Now send a theatre of Pome Catcher, the party in the womb. Can you Ghana? Some of your captain handband. Yes, Jeffrey Domain sent some and Yama at some Wajano. Tell us some Wajana any day. Why are you passing the captain handband? Every domain says someone. Yadima somewhere done. Sakwana and the Pakona or the captain handband. And if you're somewhere, you domain says someone. Pakona and the captain handband. If you're somewhere done, some of the man, they do you. As a man of affairs as someone down, okay. Who's the no but some of your captain handband at the mountain. Then just see them with any macalissa. No, we are in 24 part. Club about Tomo. And she had them out. No one had it. It's not politics among yourself. It's the yellow press. That's the friends. I don't do so. I support you. And then yellow press. I say, look at you. So I decision is that since I know move through on them. You know more, but say, young consult to caucus, no, young consult to parliament. You don't this who cause them quiet. So I say, we are such a lot of medium. I was surprised. I'm saying. Opo Antiana Roparo. I said, oh, kind of good morning, Ghana. Oh, Metro TV. I don't know much about the article.
What's your idea? Not dinner Bobo because I
was disappointed. I was surprised at Roparo. I was disappointed. I was surprised at Roparo analysis. But Professor said, I was surprised for no. I was surprised. According to the Olunote, and he said, Omoku Mahama in the movie. But I tell one of the cassette, and Yamahama support you. And the Netherlands don't defend it. Yamahama, and I said, And the American party now taking this see. MPP power on executive. Ya elect Omo power. Where ya elect Omo party now point Omo. The party now have the right to say a message of position now flow on some.
Okay, but that's CP. Man, I tell you, but you are no man 4086. You know, when I do is one call 4086.
Yo, Ophenica Sherman sound. Say, we are recording.
You be able to call now, sir.
Uncle Pony at the year. Can you find any it is so
Parliament, Manico.
Uncle Pony to watch Shamukwana. I'm a program of the Pump Mama sponsor program. No, and they call in Papa. Now, or Jamboama, the Yoga. Now, NDC, National Executive here. Oma ye juma sun yan ko pon shira mo pa ye de support mo pa o ye support mo pa esan se wo mo no ye wojidie wo mu e na ye yi wo mo se wo mo be di party nim wo mo ne ye neck national executive see any council of elders mo di party nim e na mo tena se e take a decision sebi yensum nipa na party nim party na kasa na yensum enti obi obaba bia be gina party na bia wa parliament bia no yen ye be support o ti ase na we MP before fans we enyo mo fans na mo je fans yi aye said there as mona je say adena mo we kwa na ni wo de abaya mo tusu yi wo because Ghana for anyone was a party for reshuffle sana for the reshuffle. What you want to me reshuffle? Yen NDC for your opposition cry the parliament. Ya reshuffle. And you reshuffle. Well, you're very reshuffle. Ya people wrong. I say one can say, well, which are Bamukrano. Wouldn't you because I'm a monarch of so. On your reshuffle, when I can say family and friends among Muno. So what the Bosuo for na for talk we share and on a man that anybody can say any no so and this am what me reshuffle no because there is the NDC entimi ma ye petro yente so entimi ma ejidifo yanto ma de entimi ma bank sector mo amodo musika ko to bon ato bon na de ade na asizo musika no entimi ma yente omuka ama mo boni e ko so sisi the reshuffle NDC enyimbi ano eno ebetuma yere About the Akonya reshuffle, reshuffle, a reflection, a bit more from. So, you finance minister free ho. I'm going to go for any about no for the Bama Ghana. You did a Muse, you see, some of the so, but one would you get. No more Ghana, reshuffle, now I've been a more can once
okay, Miss Medas, to Parliament. If I told no man 0249. When I do 0249.
But tell you where women to do a Sankara.
I don't know trust you and I'm for what you are.
Yeah, but you can really end the one in your master. So, Edika. Reshuffle, dear Ben, you in Kusianka. And the Corona, at the Corona, NDC, MPP, absolutely Kurano, and this NDC, absolutely Kurano, and this NDC. So, no more reshuffle, I see the Gatia. 50 day one, a photo committee, a young Modume. I don't because there's a new Hukra, a young Modume, you know. To Mukaya, how quick 50 and some and it's indicated. I imagine say, what you know, Penfono our parliament or Mujamo. So, if the young one was assuming the Jabaya Chamber, now I'm asking why they always change you. Just as there's so many who say, Jaga. I'm talking the proper beer, so the proper beer, you are, and this is what I didn't know. Namesre, never follow, and this is one of my reshuffle. Mesre, na Yura, Ofuriata, also only shuffle. So I say, me for the way Mesro, Mamin say you could do a lunch machine. The incoming president or no, and assembly, MPP delegates, I imagine say, or Madiniba. It's and so or no, and a Tony Magana for a better or no, and a way you be Amayami. Tiubu, we the make on met your neighbors. Now, Midwest, it doesn't.
Your Miss Medasi, Sankara. Patrol, no man 4894, no, do Smaniko. I remember Maniko.
Make your number 7 yeah, the American in Colana, Omopo Down, Anopa, you may say sorry, I was very sad. Now, a moment I was politicians are able to go there to do campaign. And see, I mean, because of them, I found them to make a chair in a more and more swabber. And see, they can't provide just school, just a primary school, and not a day for the children there. And see, every day they have to travel more than 3 miles to school and back. So they can walk 6 miles a day. And innocent children are just perishing just like that. What some of these things are? How this are why do we even go to the first place? Because over Traba, I'm a Diaba. A brother can be there, the old Mizan, I'm a Mary, I'm out. Not that they are not even able to do it. Basic amenities. Some people are still lacking. Then there is no need. There is no need. Because I want some development, you know. People are spending it and they are not even accounting for it. And we are okay with it. In fact, we are not paying as the last one, we have a mother named in fact, it's a commendable act. Say, if you are one of that, not the piano, the man or not the or not one. It's very commendable.
Yo, Mamma of Panta Hospital, I'm telling you, Mamma by Bedasipi. Pacho, KP, Una do Sway, Kojopoku. Manenko.
Nigiri za yanko pa do obia wo ye za dia be bole to omo obia pa bi no da dia wo program bia wo si chinko fodo omo tia ni ye pa no de da ni da obo chikom adi ama chikom ye de anwa wa yanko pa enka no ba bi bia onam dia kinkalu de na mi aba na na ba kan si sa kinkalu wo kwa na tie di show na ye nja ye ndi for because they are to Ghana no kinkalu mi gidi za awe wu ye pa na me de ka na me kan se na opokwe kan sa tumu eti MP na wo ho no kinkalu mi bisa za nti sa kanunu kura no ana za wo de adi nkura no be ko school ka edi wo dimi fo bi o be drive kanunu na disa man wo tuanika senti onu de on nkura ni ko school na sa ana za de do ya be zo te zo o kwai campaign wan ga jam so bo be school ta me ma wo mana adi amu kam kana esi wo Ghana a nkura nketu adati enim de omo ba be ya ma o ba kokro Ghana o ma kwa hwe o mo nkwa eti kalu mi bi za de za pani mu na etwi kanuna eti kawe besi kanu no MP no to kwai campaign a jo tra kanu ne ko ba bi ankara ni ko school na ana o fle bi school won ba bi ankara ni ti edit ana ba campaign na ya ba sa MP na o ho no se abase no enu anu ya wel mu da ezan kana na lu dan kwa kufa do we se no enne ya ko ezan ke ni di to because we failure ta wu shaman kro e kan su ka kawai akọ school abada bia hwede akọ fi enne omni zu ni ya dati ya be plan pi na won enu ya no e the school na bia nkura ni free ko no on school dan totofo bi nti o man nkura no na nkura no zinti ntina wa ha na se de be ya yankwati awra wusam bi stadium na we de ni wu kura ma ni ma pi na won ni di ni dia na bo mu no me de dia mi sa de to aso se kinkalu ya be da se du ketia ni ya fa se NDC for nyina se so ma yes race afwe where my 2024 no election I am na ama alan kodo chematen e dey na mega sa and na sa se mo esi yi be here as one the pound dey atiesi o what dey say mo na buafu anya dia o mbeto o ba ma alan kodo chematen e dey say din ketia on ko so anya race afwo no na party mo ntane ye hweso ni enye aduma kinkalu mo ni nyame na aduma
yo kojo poku na uti nka beda asi pacho wa ono ma 3490 no e ona edu sumaniko
Yeah, Kinkalu, I also for his Salasini, I have need this year. No, the Chiafa goes to Punina more. United States in Michiamo. Now, Machia, a yam dopo Paba, a Monica Pukia Dia, or no Michiano. Now, Machia, a incoming president of the Republic of Ghana. Honorable Alan Kuduchi Martin, Ghana Punina Kodu, delegate, I have you say a bit to Abamano. Ura, Juada, Ebay. Papa Kuduchi Martin, what in home for Tire, a Yemesia, but the local Tire Bias and Tuko for him. Now, if you are die, my jump any school for Asantimai, met Asantimai, delegates and people in our say you could do along to the Martin. Many remember Master Sua. They say, there was no idea about it here. And on found, now to end this if I say my bank, Ghana, inquire the Mekabi. Go share the issue of Parliament now, and let's say NDC. There be a cut to me incompetent here, and let's say. Because we say Juma, Papa Haruna Idruzu, all poor as minority leader. Our first time in history, Yenya opposition speaker of Parliament, a bit see that. Let a net NDC for a year honorable essay Tia Charmine. And a Papa John Domini Mama come with my boom up Pamo, Haruna Idruzu, as in the debate in some of Parliament here. That's NDC. Umuya Umaji say Umbaba Ghana Benyasu. The Mesla Ghana for young customer NDC next year. For about 32 years, no opposition. Now, Kalu, the Diamond so many animal delegates, Mestre, the Papa Ala could do the Martin, but bread or party. Ghana for MPP for you here, good also. Until 2024, and then next year, I buy the top of Flap there. Then say Papa Ala could do the Martin. One of part is the Juma, Ghana, Libya, or more Muslim hairdressing, also mechanics. Peter, no one will be a Benjamin so and an idea. If you say Papa could do the Martin and now one now in your Papa for any Papa could follow I or also about the 12 because only I mean, my mom could do to
Yo, Meda CP, so I ordered Argent Chabam. Mammy call Facebook Live for now, man for commenter or more send no Facebook Live for Memphis Embra, let me be to me and conkind. Teacher Constitution, Yamwase, or say Mr. Asiadun Katia can even go and be the minority leader, but NDC will lose massively coming 2024. Greetings to Honorable Mavis in Cancer Boadu and Dr. Sewa Donko of Tafo Pankrono and teacher Constitution, Yamwase, and Odibaye. Mami Abba say Ghana Lake is not attractive anymore. They need a total overhaul of proceedings. And then my member was even our maker reverence gratitude. Maker reverence gratitude. Yellow cards are inside number of corners. Oh, then my member said or the ebano. And as a commencer, also thanks for your adapts. I think it's good to work from home. As a commencer, hey, as a chrono. My member no come Bernardo Silva. Remember, I was that Juma is a good addition, provided Conte can use him well. And also, my member can OJ, and that debate what Bisa and Isaac Mensah will say, as I said yesterday, the entire nation had been infected with corruption. Please, every sector, and also, by Blessed Sun, 2 p.m. at Santi Manpong. President Akufo-Addo Danko has successfully dwindled the destiny of Ghana. The country is not sitting on a time bomb, but is standing at edge of a huge pit. God bless Mother Ghana at 2 p.m. At Santi Manpong. My member said, hey, Opo, what has United done to you? And also, Isaac Mensah because look at Ghanaians, why this should happen to the innocent kids. I say that's our Beno. We don't punish people for wrongdoing, so everyone does what he or she likes. And Eric Kwakubwedi. Patriotic voice. Also, regards to Honorable Alan Kojo Chamating, some Ghanaians, especially the JDM, John Dramani Mahama, and his NDC have decided not to appreciate the good works of the MPP government. all that they know is unnecessary criticism. And I'm very grateful for your prayers and best wishes showered on me to mark my birthday. I say a big thank you and God bless you. And God bless everyone. Greeting to Mr. Kwaku and Cancer, aka Pani of Techimentia, Anone Sema, by Daughters Odro Menu, or say NDC. Where we a Pani. My greetings go to incoming President Honorable Kojo Chemate and G30 members from Komoya Asawase. And then the messages I did by the last call our line so Okasa we are not free at the Jumede Nebeti. Pacho
Hello, National, when your last caller.
Oh, National.
I wanted to quickly make some address issues. Cocoa Foundation. The problem we have in Ghana, when it is about MPP, it is okay, but when it is about NDC, it is not okay. The delivery I'm making here about Kwesi Pratt, how different from the one he made. I said Kwesi Pratt is trying to do some image building for Mahama. If not that, I'm going to reach out to Mahama and give us an authentic side of the story. Say Mahama is not aware. In any case, Kwesi Pratt was not even in support of the decision they've taken. But fast forward, I'll say, maybe Nimni America. Let me give a point to him. Political parties, he's talking about NEC. But I'm telling you, sir, every decision that the NEC takes comes from the administrators, the day-to-day administrators, the chairman, the secretary. Go back and look at some of the headlines in 2021 from March, 3rd March 2021, when MPs were being vetted. Go and look at some of the headlines, any MPs. To the point is that Abamba Benkwa, 15th March 2021, Katran said, I am not a speaker for NDC, I'm a speaker for Ghana. But my Samijanti boldly came out to say they should make changes. They should make changes in the leadership of the NDC in Parliament. So what is Olmai telling me? Does he know how, or no NDC? But he is part of decision making, and he thinks he knows people in the NDC even than me, or NDP even than me. This is the job we've been doing. I'm not here, Nanaya Okesi. Nanaya Okesi didn't even talk about all these things. He enumerated them when he was even interviewing a top-notch NDC guru. But the point is, we are just a member. No? What goes into decision making out there, you will not know. Didn't this happen under MPP when Afokomo? We were made to understand that Afokomo leaked information to NDC, which was not true. Do you know how political mechanisms work and how they make decisions? You might be a die-hard NDC in Sunyani, but you don't know what happens in Accra. It's a part of the neck of them. NDC is something part. Can you go and read? Headlines can be very glad. Where for some people issue it is not true. I don't know what I'm talking about. 3rd March, all the Sami Jamfi Facebook page. Sami Jamfi Facebook page on 3rd March 2021. Now I post Sami Jamfi calling for changes or something. It was about vetting and also betray party. He mentioned specific names. Speaker of Parliament, Haruna Idrisu, Muntaka Mubarak, Deputy Minority Chief Whip, and all those names. Where the people he specifically mentioned in his post. That's what I'm saying, sir, because now the party I get you, man. I get you, Kalumi, but the party is for Mahama, more or less. Into what Mahama wants to get done, it gets done. Mahama ni esi edun ketiana se party ni omudia. Into the omuno person they just do it, and that is exactly what is going on. That's what the point I was just trying to make for him to understand, sir. You might think that a neck and I make a decision, a National Executive Council when I make a decision, but the Penifosity Bianco Campa and the Grada, and nothing comes in a vacuum. This has been done at the time now for some people was no money changes. Why now? Can you tell me when for some people was the chairman and calls were made? Then they said, yes, Sano, why didn't they change And why are they making the changes now? That is my point. So, in Chadiano or Ebony, don't just say, oh, for national name the Oka. And other MPP, the Abana make their own cousin in India America. Oh, that is the problem we have said. I don't see party anymore. All the political party supporters, no. Oh, one person can some then from party. As a few women could then they come at you. What I say, you might say the next made a decision, but I can give you headlines upon headlines from modern Ghana to Joy FM to Ghana Web on John's Sami Jamfi calling for changes of the leadership of the party. And as I say, can we not require and can we post on the March 3rd, 2021? Can we read it briefly? If not, the time I will say
time last what make you way into no,
sometimes we have to clear the minds of people. No one just say we don't just come here and sit and talk. And you can say, what do you mean in America? You think this thing that the Argentine cafe was it party like I said, if it was I don't know was it party like I said, could be on your Mukasa, we close to Mahama, almost Mahama, and for decision. Why? It was a decision. Why? If you don't, well, you can disagree with my point, but never say that. I have my source and I know whatever I'm doing. We have links. Even there are some NDC people that I can call and talk to that you cannot even get close to. Because we need some people before coming here, and we still do the job. You can disagree with me. I know they don't have a problem. But not just a person who attack my integrity on what I'm saying. I'm misleading the public. But what I'm saying, I don't know for top of war. The question I'm asking Olumai, as well as my German Kaluni said, I don't know for some of your chairman or more changes, even though there were calls from Sami Jampi himself and other members. Why were the changes not made? But I said, don't get a chairman on my changes now. So, another food for thought. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Opo. National outing in Kase, Ode, Nanu de Semabano. Aha, and I did Jumedi in UBC. Name Kaiti for say, almost I say, my Jumedi Berry, a Nochicroom restaurant, Masamas Trading, Dan Auto Repairs, Dr. Kwabi Scientific Care, and Dream African Market, or 369 Benko Street, and Go Coast Catering Services and Restaurant, and also Ebuaye, and Kumasi Market, and also Ebuaye, Anochi Trading, Lemonade Finance, and Obaspa, Obaseli, Homcho, Omina Ebuaye, Esoyasin, Medi Bang. Medi in Bessie, Bedin the King Kalusha. Utim, my boy, former boy, my minimum coming to me, Edmano, minimum Opo National, no Opoku Jenfi, CEO of Unity Radio. Or no, what's in Inca, and Manicho Magandi, Totarita, Mimpem, Worcester, Massachusetts, or no, so what's in Inca, and me, Namidij, me who dear who charming, your family King Kalusha. But yourself, you walk to Jim, that's all bonfire, Yano Bubiamami, Nam here and Pibopa, the Kruma City in Pibani here. Now, hope I had more channel sharing on Chrome, and Mra, a day, Anopa, Bosuo, and a bro, Namifa, when there is other. Frank Ninia Raymond, Madame Nasi, say Anopa, Mobuami, the Chakasi and Coma Masadanso, and then the ball free. And Chakasi soon San Coma, more Masadanso, Hoina, Kofi, Dexon, Prince Alba Bedua Michel, Kojo Michel, Nanako. Hey, Cobebo Bibia, Michel, Meteon Catcher. We call one me by a mention Kakra, me watch it. Maybe I will be an official pass so. Sako me fa sako nya so. Echi obi bia or sorry or day na fidie tro Unity Radio. Enkan ya ma me Alice Kwa, me Alice Kwa bia will be a menchake sem koma. Me amenia azek mensa chake sem koma. Hey, asori ba Kofi Eje ene na ye ma me sewa. Bia mo so bi hia mo na me amenia Nash Ahmed Nash he said between say ye share last year so to be fufuno so to be ndio and the Holy God will tell. Arsenal for sure, mono. So that Crystal Palace or no more 1-1 won't win it, you know. But Arsenal show me the maintain Hushi. It's a hat and I'm did with Messi. Yakupo Yaduma or Channel Pasha. I say, yeah, they are Pabosio, Ede Bromo. Yako Peace 104.3. Akofa, and you may know Sia Casebono. Nakupo Yaduma or Channel Pa. You don't be sure. Oh, because of video. So, Bakram Mabai.
Investment promotion agencies, I don't say. One more emani was the here pass a bibrema mahudwe ye betimi ne ho adigwa o se so hwe ne ma bibi man ye krefre dwama so edeba bibremu ha sei a sa ne wan bebre e wa bibremu ha sei ya fa ne se bibi ti se nkyene Ghana ti heya ye tu nkyene ya nkyene buso a ye hu de ede ye na Nigeria fo timi ko Brazil ekokoto nkyene edeba ya no so sika wo mo de kokoto America dollar enye sika kuma sa ne ma nyina ye tu ye ni asiso na yasha enke beboa papa bibi ti se tilapia ese abai Ghana ye bi pa na so ne enkofo kofa tilapia free China eno omo de aba ebibire mu ha sei aba bewe Ghana ha ya akura yetimi jaha ne yakọ China akọ tilapia e de aba sa ne mani nyina sei senka ye free ho ne ye ho adigwa enke beboa ma bibi man ye nya sika pa.
It's also important that you pay attention particularly to how we can streamline regulation amongst us, member states, IPAs. We need to ensure that our laws and regulations and rules are not working at cross purposes and are not defeating the overall agenda that we have set for ourselves. And I hope that that's another issue that will come to the fore. Third one probably is how we would dialogue about building smarter incentives. We have to think more deeply and carefully about the incentives that we give so that they're smarter. They are not only seen as freebies, but they go in the long run to promote investment into our member states.
Yamfa do de bi ntato edwadie to emfa ma o se be ya won ma beti ase ne ho bedi dwa no o ma hu se o dwa me sumi die me nyamfa so so na ye ne sa no e be hye ngofo nkran ama ebibiman yetimi ne ho adidwa eno achi owura ye ofi grant ono any pen na wada Ghana Investment Promotion Center no ono so ka se hwe wiase nyina dwa ye die no a emfa so e ba so ene ade no ebibiman ye de ye wo hanchemu enum nanso enka ebibiman pa enanka o hwepa man no doso continent so anka nipa wo mu pa ene yen na aden ene yetam sika ene kokoma abrofo wa bra ye yete ha na yesu hia.
By 2050, Africa will be 1/4 of the world's population, 2.6 billion. That's our 2.6 billion. About 60% of it will be under the age of 35. That's just a very huge opportunities as a consumer market. But yet still, so Africa's share of global investment is only 5.2%.